battle till the floor gives out. Come and get the glory, come and write your story, and live it all out there. You're soft as steel and you're sharp as iron, shining like a diamond when the pressure's on. Come and get the glory, come and you dare. You can be number one. Thrill seeker.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Training Mode Network. If you are new to the Training Mode Network, we are a beginner and intermediate focused fighting game community. We run tournaments nearly every night of the week. In February, it's going to be every night of the week once we start running Uni too. And community events on Saturdays. And speaking of community events, this Saturday we are having a Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle Open Ratio Tournament. This is not beginner and intermediate specific, so anyone can enter. Ratio tournaments, if you've never heard about them, they're basically, so, because Cross Tag Battle is a tag game, you have two characters. Every character on the roster is assigned a point value between 5 and 1, and more popular and stronger characters are given point value of 5, and then the weakest and least popular characters are given a point value of 1. And then you have to make a team and you have 6 points to make a team. And so if you want to have, like, you know, Adachi, who's the best character in that game, besides Uni, you have to have Adachi and then a 1-point character, because you can only have 6 points total for your team. So that'll be really fun. I think that's going to happen at 12 p.m. PST, 2 p.m. CST, 3 p.m. EST. And here is the signups if you are a BB Tag gamer. Let me get that. Otherwise, we have a great tournament for you tonight. We have 54 people in the bracket. Not nearly as big as last week, but still very large. I am joined on commentary by Callisto and Kalma. Good evening, y'all.
Hey.
Hello, hello.
Oh, I gotta turn y'all up. Y'all are quiet.
We're just warming up right now.
Yeah, no, I'm just saving the vocal cords.
True.
You know. I was doing the math. I was like, all right, Ragnar's got to be like a 1.5, right? Can I make Ragnar Ruby there?
Yeah, let me see. Well, actually, let me go look at it. It's on...
Actually, Ragnar's like actually hella... It's weird. I think he's like a mid character in the game, but it's the best version of Ragnar ever.
He's also like, I think good, like, you can build good teams with him. I think he's like a utility
he's
character.
just a really well-rounded, definitely my favorite
Okay,
version.
Ragnar's 4 points.
Oh,
I am terrified of them adding Ragnar to this game now that guest characters are in play with 2B coming next month, because I have lasted, you know what, almost 4 years now without a character crisis in this game.
They already gave Lucilius the
boot.
Jesus kick. They can't
he stole
fix
Graham's
that.
Tims. That's the storyline. If you guys haven't played the third chapter of the story, actually, it's all about Lucilius stealing Graham's Tims.
Yeah. Next, we're gonna see more Gauntlet Hades, and I'm excited to see that with Ragnar coming up. So
No, but you know what?
Awesome.
Kalma, I heard, abandoned the Eustace gang.
You know, yeah, we don't talk about that anymore. It's been a rough few weeks.
Did you go back to
as we've
Eustace?
adapted to the new... Of course not.
Of course not. He's bad. He's not that bad.
He's not. No, he's not bad.
Not a lot of character crisis going on here. We got Kokodian and Tuka, and I see Narmaya and Six on deck. Whoa, hold on, I forgot to spectate. Let me get in there.
Yeah,
a couple of
the punch here, but
a couple of things for tonight. Lucilius is banned because he came out today. Like I usually don't ban stuff, but Lucilius is banned just because he came out today. You can't play him.
If he wasn't, I would have called for him to be banned after the tournament. I already got my ass whooped today.
So true. And then other thing is we have two people in the bracket who can graduate. We have Makona, who won last week's. We have Destin, who won one in vanilla. So if you won one in vanilla, it's carrying over to Rising.
Possibly going to see different characters out of both of those two. But up first, we do have Narmaya and Six. Kokadian, I'm running off the stream now. Yeah, we're in the fast motion. Let's go. Kokadian.
Yeah, we're catching up here slowly, surely.
Yeah, early lead, has the corner going in. Yeah, can't safe jump the 6 parry, though. one of the benefits of that character. I think that, it's been obfuscated with Nier DP, but people forget, or they didn't play vanilla Grand Blue. 6 had the best reversal in the game, and as soon as Nier's DP is like substantially nerfed, like she doesn't get half your health for it, he's going to go back to having the best DP in the game.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how that shakes out with the coming of patches in the next few months, especially after the coming major. But
important to note,
so
few bug fixes yesterday, but no balance touches in the first month. We're not going to see any changes this game pretty much until 2B launches in terms of like significant balance. Oh, good feint actually with the set center there. Puts it back away just in time to recover. Still pushed to the corner though.
Yeah, still having to work their way out here. Kaden, it's a little bit difficult to be able to deal with like the influx of 6 options that are on the table, especially having to learn like the customs with Rekka and like having wall jump and everything like that. So being able to work your way around that is definitely something that Kaden's gonna have to do if they want to see success in this matchup, at least when they're in the corner. So we'll see how they're able to handle that so far.
It's important to see kind of like who knows the level 1 anti-RPS options against 6, right? This is a character who seems like he has infinite plus frames, and he has a lot of sources of plus frames, but a lot of his moves do take on a bit of risk if you know the specific counterplay. And his Rekka series, we see Tuka utilizing the backdash option a lot. That you can punish pretty universally. If he didn't do the EX Rekka, you can just do dash L and punish that with everyone. But you do need to commit to a dash normal out of block stun, which can be scary if he does anything else. And Tuka getting the first game here.
Yeah, doing a great job of keeping Cocadian like locked down for the most part. And especially with the characteristics that 6 has, being able to carry from mid-scene corner so well, keeping them locked down, like we talked about that, like the influx of plus frames that this character has, with all the tools they get.
Not like overextending though, not going super ham with the Rekka, right? Doing just enough, especially at the end there, just fishing with straight normals, using the wall dive a little bit, but not really doing any big committal options, which that is kind of 6, right? It's not that 6 is busted in terms of being able to win RPS. He does have to kind of outguess you like everyone else, but he can put himself in a position to attempt to mix you up for very little effort, much less than other characters need to spend to have the opportunity. Oh yeah, parry back at you. Similar thing. If you they had buffed Narmaya's parry in her Kakura stance, that still loses to lows, but if you activate it, you're getting hit.
Yeah, definitely something to keep an eye for. The Flash working on Cocadian's favor here, able to carry Tuka to the corner, still see if they can bite here in this offense, but Tuka playing it pretty safe so far, even off the ult flip here.
Just blocking it out even though and still locked down, but I mean that got 30 meter off the board. Got a little bit of space to work with here. Oh no, dodge the 6XL and try to take a turn after.
Oh, not able to seal the deal though.
Oh, too far for the Raging Strike. Tuka still in there.
And giving Tuka a mile right now to be able to work it with it and try to come back slowly. Sends it with the SSBA
one with the SSBA, yeah. It hit, and there's no BP on the board actually. I don't think this is dead, but it's going to be pretty close. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot the 6 does damage now.
What
My
the
bad.
fuck? That killed? Bro? I would end it all right there.
I'm sorry. I was thinking
you're a stronger
Rambling Fantasy Versus, where he was a fair character, sort of.
Sorry, we're still out here playing 2.85 here, so we gotta live and learn here and adapt to what's going on. But even with that round win,
they were able to at least get back to the corner. This time they actually got the heavy thrust. Yeah, I'm sorry, the heavy slashes combos. They were just shy of the spacing last round, and that's kind of where a lot of stuff turned around, where they weren't able to maximize their damage.
Yeah, definitely. Cocadian, though, a lot of opportunities. To be able to hold this down and potentially take this game.
Yeah, huge life lead. I like using the dash M there, especially at that spacing. It's just something that can interrupt walking really easily, and it comes on you pretty quick.
For sure, yeah. Doing a great job so far. This game is definitely looking a lot more in Cocadian's favor. Be able to come back and work from these deficits and keep these leads, honestly, for the majority of the round. So it's definitely a strong start so far for this character.
Great
nice
timing with the empty there. Able to get down there with the 2L.
They have trying to look for something maybe to try to deal with the upcoming parry, but playing so strong right now. And Tuka's not biting. We'll get clipped here. Gonna try to go for the full send. Try to.
I don't think this is gonna be dead. Oh, actually, gonna spin the ult for the hard knockdown. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's the restand one.
Yeah, no. Maybe try to see if they could do something more with 50 meter and an RS point there, but in the end, it does work out for Cocadian, able to take that game.
No, I do think that was pretty good meter conservation. I think that's actually one of the tougher decisions in the game, right? Like SBA was not going to kill where they had. It would leave them one touch from dead, but it wasn't going to kill as it is. And you have to make that decision of like, do I want to save my meter for utility and have ults, or do I want to cash out and then any stray button can close it out? And both of those things have distinct upsides and downsides. As much as it's really nice to just need like a single throw or a single 2M to close out the round, it's actually surprisingly easy to spend all your meter, not have a lot of utility because you have no timers or ults to work with, and then just get ran back on by a character with, you know, 3 HP left.
Yeah, it's definitely like really volatile, especially in that last like 30% when you are in the SSBA range, especially when you don't have BP on the table. So it's something to keep your eye out for, especially with these two right now. It's like
a little early on the grab. Yeah, keep in mind that block protection coming out of Block Center on Wake Up is the same values as it was in regular Grand Blue, which was tuned around 7-frame throws, not 4-frame ones. So it's actually way easier to do that right there. Thanks for illustrating the point.
Doing a great job, though. Tuka definitely trying to keep this pressure going up right now, but Cocadian trying to work their way back as we are in pretty much neutral, 60 seconds on the clock. But that counter hit doesn't lead to too much, though.
Yeah, but even just stuffing the wall dive there, I haven't seen that done like that before. And the side switch, yeah, Tuka getting guard button checked. That's what it's there for.
Definitely, yeah. It's something you have to keep in mind, especially with a character like Narmaya, you know. Oh!
Went for the hard combo, didn't get the instant air crescent there. Setsuna gets stuffed as well. Tuka's still in here, gonna have to find a big hit. Really, anything into just like a Raging Strike, Raging Chain dump will do it, but gonna run into the Setsuna there.
All right, Cocadian up for the first time this set here, trying to see if they can take this win and walk away with it. But Kuka definitely not going to be dissuaded. Going to do their best to keep and stay in this game.
Oh, good check with the 2M going underneath the 5M. And yeah, his 2H rather kind of does that. And a lot of times what's messed up is even if they land and you hit them late, it'll still combo to the H Fireball if you just dial it out.
Oh, nice. Able to work around the parry here, and now going to have a whole lot of damage on the table here.
Narmaya still pretty good at timer cycling. I do think without hard knockdowns, that's something that's definitely harder in this game, but she has so many different special moves and relatively long combos that she can do a good job at it. Ooh, that was actually punishable at that range, but got away with it.
Yeah, I definitely think Narmaya is one of the characters that get away with it in the sense of like the timer cooldowns. You know, Jita's definitely one of those characters that you can point to.
Oh, this should close out. Just dump Raging Strike.
I think that should be it. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. The ult's just enough. And Cocadian gonna take it.
Yeah, doing a great job there at the end. You saw like the slow adaptation throughout the course of the set, and they're able to deal with Six and like even those like little glimpses of air to airs there at the end where we saw like calling out the wall dive and be able to work around everything, doing a great job. It was a really great like 3-game set there. We get to see the full like series of like layer adaptation there, and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, really good, like, fortuitous button choices, too, on Cocadian's side of, you know, picking the 2M at the spots that it's going to go under, the 5M and the 5H, the empty jump low into the 2L, like, just long enough to bait out the parry and get the punish, and there's a lot of active frames on that 6 punish. It's not very easy to do that.
Definitely, yeah, no, great stuff from both of them, and hopefully we'll get to see more of them as we progress deeper into this bracket, but right now I believe we have our next game here.
Yeah, I'm seeing Kopi VT sitting down and another Narmaya on deck.
Yeah, and then we're going to have Melon.
Yeah, Melon with the Yigi avatar. So that's always... there's so many more avatars now that it's like so easy to get mixed on characters. Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be the Eustace.
Ooh, excited to see how this flushes out. I have definitely a lot of thoughts.
Are you?
I have a lot of thoughts about new Eustace.
I love this character.
I love a lot of thoughts about new Eustace. I definitely think that, like, all things considered, he does actually make up pretty well with the new versions of like the ult skills and like the changes that to like sell everything.
I think he has some decent ults. I do think he's the character who arguably gets the most out of the changes to the easy input, like being able to be mobile and use charge attacks while being mobile, and they didn't nerf anything about the individual moves to offset that. Yeah, like that's actually a pretty huge gain.
It's really funny you say this too.
So can I say this before? This gun is so goofy.
Yeah,
it looks like a fucking Halo weapon.
Yeah, playing the PS colors, I love it. These Strive ones are so gaudy. They're so funny to me. But just really quick to harp on it before I go talk about the set, like the amount of changes that this character did get, like a lot of them still did come from 2.85. Like that change that you're talking about, the easy special input, that was there in vanilla. So like he was able to take full advantage of
Yeah,
this,
he already had less timer restore on easy input than everyone else. I think having none is a huge issue. When his fireball, Flemic already is, I believe, the only fireball in the game that if you, it's the only like non-laser type that if you dodge it, it doesn't extend the timer.
But regardless, though, yeah, Kobe doing a great job to keep this game one going so far in their favor. You know, we talk so much about Eustace, but this Armada, like moving into this version of the game, has definitely seen like a lot of great changes in her favor. We saw in the last set.
Yeah, I think this character is actually super strong. I think she was fairly strong already in regular Grand Blue, but you know, kind of the work to reward ratio was a little skewed. But I think she's a really good mix of kind of both worlds. Of like you can play super sweaty and have all this technical knowledge of a complex character with so many different moves, but also she has a handful of very good just run and do it moves. That's one of them, that 2M.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, the 6M rather.
Yeah, 6M, 2M, alt flip, like the TP are so strong to be able to like basically get little neutral skip moves that allow you to get in whatever character face you want and just be able to do.
And very important in this game, she's one of few characters that has both a natural DP and a throw bait ult, and that's very rare. Characters that have any of those, that's a privilege to have one of those two things already in this game. Having both is huge.
Yeah, it's something that a lot of characters, I feel like, especially the top tier characters in the previous version of Grand Blue, you know, definitely get to make out with, and now coming into this version, you know, it seems a little bit limiting. But here you go. Melon on the way to work their way out of this corner right now. See what they can do to
check with the 5L, though. And it's scary against her with the new auto combo enders and the options to cancel that she already has. The fact that she has that only one version of 5L, her and Lancelot, they don't have a close 5L
Who
and a
took
far
game
5L
one?
like everyone else. Game 1 went to Kopi.
Okay, that's what I thought.
They can just dial out auto combo from like max 5L range.
Yeah, no, it's actually insane how much mileage they're able to get out of it right now.
I think because of that, the new auto combo enders are actually good as a harassment tool for her. Yeah, too close on the low there, going to get punished. Kopi pushed into the corner.
Yeah, nice. Using the ult balls to take some space, but trying to walk her way in, getting it clipped here. It's going to lead to a nice sizable amount of damage. Should not be able to kill, but does put Melon in a really uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, going to catch out SBA here. Good choice here, because this puts Melon down to 1 VT as well, or 1 VP as
there's
well,
the
and
LPP
that's going to do it, yeah. Yep.
That's one thing I find that
can get safe jump still.
Yes, yeah. It's one thing I find that like I feel like all the old non-DP DP havers, like with the ult DP, like Fairy's a bad example because she lost her DP and then got it back. But like Eustace, for example, and a couple other people who have like now DPs through their ult skills, I love to use it now because it's like, you know, we have it now, we can use it, we get something.
And then you kind of find out that it's actually a trap. It's actually better to not have it sometimes. I do think that this is a somewhat difficult game to play without a native reversal. You know, you can get into pressure so easily. It's so easy to establish, just even if they're not quality plus frames, something you're not getting a crazy mix of, just getting a turn is way easier in this game than it was. And being able to bust out of that is definitely a major privilege. More so if you have like kind of a more horizontal moving DP too. I feel like the more horizontal it goes, the better it is in terms of just blowing through block strings.
For sure, yeah. Able to call out, like the big one to point out, you know, was like the G to MVP or like anything like that with the super like vertical and horizontal regimes.
Grand medium DP also effectively got buffed because it's faster now, right? They did the thing where now all heavy DPs are 10 frame startup, and the medium ones are the fast ones now. They're still 9 frames, but Grand and Jita kind of were the opposite. They had a fast light one at 9 frames, but a slow medium, and now both of those actually are faster DPs, and you can get a lot more utility out of them.
Okay, so next up we're gonna have Mimel and Little Evie.
So we might be seeing another Narmaya coming here.
Oh, yeah. Gonna see the full gamut of Narmayas today.
But, Mimel, obviously Narmaya, he has been playing in our tournaments since vanilla, like very early in our vanilla tournaments. And then we're also gonna have Little Evie, who got, second, I think, let me check. Got second in, wait, I don't know. I don't remember. Let me go check. She placed in our O2 tournament last time.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and that was
So,
actually a fairly big tournament
Yeah.
because of the size of the regular tournament. That was a 60-some person tournament.
Yeah, she
so
got
a
second,
quarter of
and
that-
she plays
yeah.
Cagliostro, if I remember
Oh,
correctly.
yeah. I'm interested to see how like the new Cagliostro shapes up to be. I've seen a little bit. Watching some online sets, Wavy being the really notable Cagliostro, still leading the forefront despite the Vera.
Yeah, I think a
getting
very
this season play.
strong offensive character. I think that they toned down like the neutral control to
For
some
sure.
extent, but
Mhm.
I think that her offense is even stronger. And Cagliostro is one of those characters that has strong enough ults that when they have 50, you have to stop what you're doing. And I
Yeah.
think that's really important. You think about your Soris, stuff like that, your Ladiva, right? Like they have
Mhm.
50 meter, and even if you're winning the entire rest of the time, as soon as they have that, you have to take notice, and you got to wait and see what they do, because the air stalls, the air trap, the air teleport with the throne
Mhm.
drop, like both of those are very, very strong, and you can't really anti-air her once she has
No,
50
yeah.
meter.
It's weird because it shifts a lot of those matchups. Like Yule is one that I was watching a lot, where I feel like Yule, a lot of the time people play that like I want to keep them locked down. I want to make sure that they can't do whatever they want to do, because if you let a Yule like do that on your face and like flip at you, that's gonna be like a pain to deal with. But then the shoes on the other foot when you get to play against Cagliostro, you have to deal with a lot of that, like keeping them like grounded and keeping them basically.
Yeah,
like,
especially a
contained.
character Yule notably doesn't do a ton of damage except
Exactly.
for her anti-airs, and losing
Yeah.
like counter hit 2H combos is actually a really big deal
Yeah.
for her.
Yeah, it's something to definitely look out for. But right now, it looks like I think it's Cagliostro versus Narmaya, like you're talking about. But I feel like this matchup is definitely not one that I personally have seen too often, so I can't speak a lot for, especially how it's changed from version to version. But like traditionally, I would say that Cagliostro definitely has like a lot of tools to be able to play this like long range game against Narmaya, because how you can swap dances and play around that. But being able to deal with all this now with new alt skills on the table definitely make it really really difficult for for both parties, really.
Important to know, the ult crescent in the air it tracks to you, right? So you can jump and then just teleport
Mhm.
past the traps. And that on the Cagliostro side, they basically have to be ready to anti-air after you reappear, or if they already committed to something. Oh, hold up. Yep.
Uh-oh.
Swap over.
Yeah, they went to the
go.
different cab. Not a big deal. If you haven't played our tournaments before, you don't know that we're always on red cab, so it makes sense. It's a confusing system.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Looking on the stream, they're just past the intros. We're not going to miss
Yeah.
too much.
We'll catch up very shortly here, no problem.
Yeah, Mimel already using the Crescent. I think that that's going to be a bit of a difference maker, because while they both have anti-zoning tools as well as zoning tools,
Yeah.
Cagliostro has the spear that can sort of hit you from where you are, and Narmaya has the Crescent, which just go over projectiles, throw off your anti-airs.
Yeah, we'll see how little if we can do that to be able to like keep Mimel at bay here, or if it's gonna be the other way around where Mimel's gonna be able to work the way in. Oh, nice.
After the teleport, that close
Mhm.
5H came out from so far away. I cannot believe that proxy happened. Oh yeah, and that's wow, teleporting through the Setsuna and not even behind, stayed in front. The Setsuna just whiffed and got the full punish. Little
Yeah,
Eevee with
dude,
a little bit of schmovement here.
It's definitely like you gotta thread the needle when it comes to TP. You don't want to be too excessive with it and get called out and then lead to a big damage. But at the same time, like if you're able to make such use out of these movement tools like the TP, it's such a strong utility feature
Good
that you
link.
have, especially.
Oh, that's punishable, but wasn't ready in time.
Mm-hmm.
Locks the Crescent. That high up, I'm actually not sure
Oh,
whose turn
gets-
that even is.
Yeah.
Oh no, a little bit of an input error, but got away with the DP.
Holding steady though, 70 seconds on the clock. Pretty even on life and meter here, trying to find a way to close the gap and gets clipped with a counter hit. Won't lead to too much though. Just trying to find one solid hit here to get this game going.
I really like that teleport answer to the command dash from Narmaya. Like, just get out of there, right? It doesn't... Cagliostro's a character that doesn't require the corner to run her game plan. It helps,
for
but it's
sure.
not... Oh, good weight on the teleport this time.
Nice.
Yeah, are we going to dump BP? No, going to push to the corner.
Yeah, I like that. Just trying to wait and find. Hasn't been challenging too much on the offense, but we'll get clipped here with it.
That's going to dump the other BP, though. Now I'm wondering if you're going to regret... if you would have just done 5H Raging Strike, Raging Chain loops, might have been able to finish on that first combo,
Maybe
but now
so.
there's no
Oh,
BP
no.
available, but no resources to convert off of the Raging Strike. So actually, not a lot of loss there for Mimel. There was no bravery point left to lose and didn't take a ton of damage,
Oh,
but opened up
just
again.
1%
But
away.
24 meter! Left at 24 meter, not enough for the Raging Chain follow-up that would have killed Mimel. Running it back with the ult Crescent at the end. Barely
Wow.
scraping that one out. And this is just the first game still.
Yeah, no, I love the back and forth there. Really scrambling, able to work out at the end for Mimo, but like there was so much going on for both players there. You know, be able to capitalize, especially off of the after the SBA there. But right now, Mimo gonna try to see if they can create this opening and put Eevee in this really oppressive situation. Hasn't been able to contest off of the knockdowns there so far, but we'll see if we can find a way to deal with that, especially the flip there.
Mimo's placing these sets really well. I mean, we saw the
Yeah.
teleport in the first round, right? That's a difficult fireball to use, actually. Waits for the teleport, but not ready for the challenge this time. Gonna get some damage and the corner carry here. Actually, gonna push to mid-screen and an unfortunate drop there. Mimo happy to just get back up. Yeah, playing
Yeah.
it slow.
Definitely
Gotta
not
be
a
careful
problem
of
for
that
Mimo.
Kagura light slash.
Just to call
Is
it
there
out.
a bite? No,
problem
blocks
there,
it out,
no.
and that's fine if you're Mimo because now Chip is starting to become an issue. Oh, wasn't ready to combo. Yeah, so you have to link a 2M there. It's a little bit tricky. If you get a grounded hit into Raging Strike, you have enough frames to link an 8-frame normal after the pop-up in the corner. If they were airborne at first, you got at least 9 frames. So in that situation, you got to use the 2M there.
Yeah, definitely the safe bet, especially if you're not sure in the moment or just trying to confirm it. But regardless, Mimo will be able to take that game 1.
Gonna push back
Good
into the
job
trap.
there.
Yeah. Good conversion with their teleport. Gets the combo they were looking for last time now. Mimo, though,
This is-
backing away from the traps. I like this. Bring the camera with you.
Yeah, this is one problem that I do see like a lot of Cagliostros have issue with, especially mid-screen, is when you do the setup there at the end and then you go into ult trap, if they just walk back, it does put you in a really favorable position to carry your opponent into the corner, but you know, not having traps on the table is something that you keep in mind, not be able to deal with them. But oh my god, the RS there during the catch,
Yeah.
but we'll spend a BP here and put Mimo in a awkward situation.
Oh, and doesn't get through the DP. Cagliostro DP actually is pretty big horizontally on the ground. It hits a lot further in front of her than you might think it does, and it hits a little bit behind her as well, it looks like. Yeah,
Tired
Eevee,
fishing.
a little bit of a scary situation there in the last round, and kind of goes back to the round before with Mimel too. You definitely want to learn what the amount of health the opponent what it looks like when they have an amount of health that just dumping Raging Strike, Raging Chain, normal loops will kill at, because it's higher than you think. And if they have
Definitely.
about 40% left and you get a hit, just cash out all your BP and they're dead.
Oh, we'll get
Into
caught
the
by the
trap.
trap here.
Good use of the heavy teleport there. Just a little bit late on that ender, but still nice conversion. Eevee with a pretty good life lead here.
Oh, the big counter hit going to the H. Gonna be able to maybe send this into this trap here too, but it doesn't matter. We'll be able to take that game.
Yeah, not going to need it. So that's a 1-to-1.
Yeah, I like the way that the game flopped out at the end there. You know, just seeing the there was so much of a difference between Eevee's first game and second game, being able to like control the pace of the game, and I think that's the name of the game with a lot of Rising too. You know, just be able to do your own thing and keep control of the pace, especially as Cagliostro, with you have so many options to be able to support that kind of game plan. So great job for a little Eevee there so far, and hopefully we'll be able to catch up and make this an interesting game 3.
Yeah, something Eevee also kind of took note of is Mimo is not dodging the Raging Strikes, and we harp on it all the time. First rule of fighting games, if you're doing something that's working, don't stop until the person proves they can stop it.
Yeah, it's definitely something to call it, especially if they're keen on just holding down back and playing that safe game. But right now, yeah, definitely
Oh, that's a
something to
punish.
keep advantage of.
Nice punish. Mimo
Try
being kind of
fish.
conservative. Yeah,
Nice.
waiting for the teleports. Just shy of the corner. Pulls back, though. Good spacing. And another one. I believe this should be safe, though. Just did a jab. Yeah, that should be the round.
Yeah.
5H. Good choice in the punish.
Yeah, playing so reserved and playing, like, you know, very reactive to what little Eevee doing. Meeble's getting a lot of mileage out of it. So continuing to do that and playing this defensive strategy will definitely work out a lot more for little Eevee. Or sorry, for Mimel here, but see what little Eevee can do to keep that going in their favor here. She's down around. It's definitely something you keep in mind here, especially now that you're in the corner.
I like that Mimel is walking back just enough to kind of bait out the teleport, but then otherwise choosing to go back in like for small bursts occasionally. Good use of the Raging Strike. Yeah, if you get awkward 2Hs where like you might not get a good combo mid-screen, that's a really good option, is just dial out Raging Strike, Raging Chain.
And has such a high life lead right now. Doesn't matter. Really, one hit
it's
will
gonna
do
be
it for
very
Lily.
difficult. And yeah, the throw. Good option that would have beaten most mashes, especially with no super available for little Eevee there. And Mimel gonna hang on and take it.
Great stuff from both players there. Yeah, no, it was an excellent showing, and seeing like how the patience of Emil there and able to work out so well for them, especially being able to like deal with the teleports in neutral and call out like any offensive progression that they're able to do, especially mid screen. Because I found like a lot of the time,
turning point.
Be able to like rely on.
Oh, go ahead, sir.
Oh no, so I'm just saying like one thing that I find is that like we talk about like an over reliance of like one tool, even though it is working for the most part, like being able to call that out and stuff it and put a lot of damage on the board in your favor is such a strong like statement that you can able to do, especially early in games. So being able to do that and basically leaving little Eevee at like almost like trying to guess if their intentions are correct, being able to find their way around it, but doing a great job.
Okay, so next up we have I think it's Kawi or yeah, I think it's probably Kawi versus No Lab Mio. Now, Kawi is new. I have not seen them before, but No Lab Mio, I know him. He plays in our BB Tag tournaments, and he is not lying when he says he doesn't lab.
There's a large amount of pastel going around in this round.
Uh-oh, okay, yeah, name of the game here. I feel like this is definitely something that No Lab Mio might end up wanting to lab in the future.
I was gonna say, like not labbing. I do think Ladiva is a character that can get some mileage off of just good reads. However, Loane is not a character that you're gonna good read to death very easily.
Yeah, especially if you let them get started. Like there's so much.
Had the right read, but unfortunately the Perry, still had throw protection. 9 frames of throw protection on wake up.
Nice turn of fish. Oh, gets the 2U there to get walk out the corner. And Niggy, our first check here. We'll see
now
what we
to
got.
Find out, if you don't lab, do you at least watch YouTube?
Sometimes you can like learn through osmosis here, so we'll see what you can do. I like the jumping. We'll try to deal with any of the grounded. And honestly, all things considered, that was not the worst Iggy I've ever seen.
Yeah, has the life lead.
Yeah.
Oh, Lariat through. Went for the that's the unblockable.
Headbutt.
Headbutt is actually a really good round closer, I feel like, in this game, because people aren't prepared for it, and it is unblockable, right? Like, you have to dodge it. Catching the Lariat early on. Mixing in the 6-6 M2, the overhead, which is kind of weird because it looks similar animation-wise to the 2U that's a low. I actually think dash attacks for Ladiva are a little wacky. They're not bad.
Yeah, or it's something with the headbutt to keep Kawi locked down here. It's a little awkward to be able to work your way to the corner here against this Ladiva, but able to work their way out with this dash attack, and failed awesome sauce to try to make some space for themselves.
Yeah, Kawi letting these 2Us slide a lot too. When that move is whiffed or blocked, especially on block, it's like minus 20 something on block. So very important to wait it out. You can see that the counter hits. That's because it's very fast. It's, I believe, a 6-frame sweep, maybe 7 at most. And it's level 3 priority, which is the same as a heavy, when almost every sweep in the game is a medium.
Can't kill, unfortunately. We'll have to hold this entirety of the pressure.
The unblockable? Yeah, into the ball. That was huge, and now Chip is an issue. One more. Ran out of time.
Just shy.
The whole area stops just in front, and the Catbot going to close it out with Chip.
This is actually the best game of Grand Blue I've seen in like maybe a week. So
yeah, this goes hard. This goes hard. I'm enjoying this.
It's so
the fact
amazing.
That it's like on the beach stage with the guys just drinking beer in the back is perfect too.
Set to party people.
Definitely the vibes
too.
I needed.
With party people play it on the radio.
Yeah, look at the Buff Waldo in the back. That dude is like, this is awesome.
Able to work their way around it right now. One VP left for Kawi, so anything can spell a disaster here if it gets started. But does have 100 meat on the table, so maybe get to see some HPA, maybe get to see some Iggy in a sec. But here it is, HPA.
Ready with the anti-air? Nice. Very good. Got to be careful jumping against HPA.
And now it's over, and now No Lab Mio may get a chance to start their offense once more. We'll eat the extent of this, but we'll not get a follow-up there on the RS.
I was going to say that was honestly okay just to get her further away, but that hit, yeah, for sure. GG's. That'll be game 1.
Doing a great job, though. Like, all things considered, like, I feel like Kawi definitely needs to do maybe a little bit more in terms of like sending the Broza to try to either control more space or try to lock down a little bit better with Catback, because I feel like a lot right now it's like this like close range game that I feel like Ladiva can win.
I think
a lot
honestly
easier
the
than
biggest thing
Loin
going
can.
on is you got to crouch block. Right now 2U is absolutely eating Kawi
Yeah.
alive. And the crouch blocking would also take care of those lariats. I think that's the main thing going wrong is
For
almost
sure.
every 2U has hit.
Yeah, almost every 2 he has hit. Lariats have been freed. All right, so this is more of the Loin game plan that I'm used to seeing here. Trying to call out with
the
the RS,
back
but gets
throw, that
grabbed.
is huge. Good conversion off the anti-air. Oh, maybe he was going for an old, the old anti-air grab. Usually the ender for Ladiva there. Got a 5U instead.
Yeah, opted to go for the JU there to try to catch. We'll hold steady just a little bit longer. Spot that one more time.
Another good
We'll do the
dodge,
punish.
yeah. They've shown they got it.
No lab Mio. Looking more
Oh, the
like lab
reset?
Mio.
Yeah, ult reversal. That's a big deal, though, because now Yiggy is not on the table. Another one hits, but Kawi kind of in trouble here.
And no lab Mio working the way
Ult
in.
area,
and the
yeah,
ult
good
period.
usage of meter. I really like that for Mio, because in that situation, if that gets blocked, she's plus. There was only one BP available, so would have had to given up for guard cancel. And ult headbutt was still on deck for the unblockable.
Oh, doing a great job of trying to deal with any of the reversals that Kawi is trying to do right now. And now has in the corner right now, but the tables have turned once more, and no lab Mio definitely have to work their way back here.
The JU kind of putting in work. The float got out of that command grab that would have hit otherwise if Kawi would have just landed, but nice air back throw. Too early on the SPD.
Oh.
HBA is going to come out.
Yeah, doing a little bit of damage here. Not going to do anything crazy here, but getting put in an awkward
Nice
spot.
parry. Utilizing the screen freeze to be able to bust out that parry.
Yeah. Great stuff right now. 55 seconds on the clock, and we'll get clipped there at the end. The round count even here on game 2. All right, off to a great start now.
Bros finally clocking in, putting in their side of the work.
Yeah, we'll lead to full damage here. We're using all the cooldowns right now to keep and make as big of a dent in Kawi's life bar as possible right here.
Yeah,
So
hard
you can
knockdown
do-
as well. Goes for the overhead.
All right, now you're in the blender. What can you do? Doesn't have enough meter to be able to spend for this next knockdown, but Kawi
Yeah.
on the back foot
they're gonna
here.
Go with the parry. Oh, no. I can't tell if that was a backdash or if the grab was just early.
Yeah. Right, here we
Yiggy,
go.
this is a rough expense because this is the last of the resources that Kawi has. You gotta
be
get
in
as
the-
much chip. More importantly, you need as much screen positioning as possible. I would
Yeah.
end in a rocks maybe, try to throw it. Ended up with the lead though, that worked out, and full bravery points actually. But ooh, and the
Nice.
one sweep that gets blocked, clutch low block there, and the
Oh,
punish.
wow.
And Kawi off of the Yiggy using the lava, and that is, we were talking about, are you Lab and Yiggy early on? Kawi just used rocks and orbs, right,
Yeah.
which are things that you could just block, and just went with the unblockable lava this time, and it did a lot of damage.
Yeah, definitely getting a lot of mileage out of all these super installs. So you find that it's a lot different, especially after the super's over. Oh no!
Oh,
Gets
Grand Blue
the 2U
handshake.
one more time. Yeah, there it is. We'll call HBA one more time. But yeah, there's so much mileage you're getting out of this, but it puts you in such a bad spot if you can't do any damage out of it, because No Lab Mio is able to make their meter last so much longer than Kawi, I feel like, especially when you don't get anything out of the HBA or the Yiggy. But right now, really good spot to be in. If you're No Lab Mio, Kawi able to work their way out there, ending in the EX sauce to keep locked down.
I think if
make
you're
some more
Mio,
space.
you just let that lariat rip again. The ult lariat counterplay has not really been there so far. Good block in the cross up, but gets counter poked into the Raging Strike, Raging Chain. This is going to be an okay bunch of damage. Good block on the cross up and the unblockable headbutt. Going to take almost the last chunk of life there.
All right, next it could do it here. Trying to call, but won't get anything out of
Unblockable?
it.
Tried to parry! But it's an unblockable attack. It's classified as an unblockable, so the parry also doesn't work against it. It's actually
All right,
a really
see.
interesting interaction because one of the only other strikes in the game is actually the hit part of Lowain's parry when it's activated that has the same properties. Checking with the JL.
Yeah,
Has
just
the
trying to
frame
find
trap, but
something.
oh, that 2U is
Oh,
threatening. I've seen it
nice.
twice now. Clutch counter hits. Mixing in the auto combo ender. This
like
time
that.
the 2U hits.
Yeah,
Oh,
gets
the
it one
bros
more time.
actually salvaging that situation. Nothing off the hard knockdown.
Yeah, these 2Us are coming in so clutch for No Lab Mio, being able to work their way to the corner just slowly and surely. But now, here we go. HPA one more time. Let's see what you got. Able to dodge it so far. Get dodges the low.
Yeah, quick to
Gets
the end.
flipped in
Lost the
but-
bravery point as well.
Explosive doesn't spend there and doesn't call out with the RC.
Didn't
Oh
have
my
a-
god.
Yeah, that was a
You're
very,
so
very
fucking
good no
dead.
spend. Neo didn't spend Brave counter. There was no meter available to
Yeah, you're
convert
right,
off
I
of
didn't
that
notice.
Raging Strike because they had spent the super.
That's
So really, really
the
clutch
rage
no spend.
quit. Oh, no, that wasn't even a rage quit. It was just sad.
No, it's us
Okay.
being behind, I think, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just, we're done.
I do have a fun tidbit about Mio. Mio will move on to fight Ral, Catalina, who did really well in our last tournament for this game.
Yeah, we'll see. That's
Mio
a tough
plays
matchup.
Blitz Tank Merkava in BB
my.
Tag. Okay, well, next up we're gonna get an old school TMN grinder. We're gonna get Dro versus Havel, who has just recently joined us with Rising. I know Dro said he was doing near this tournament. So, and I don't know who Havel plays. So
Havel's
we will find out.
was maining Cat, but has been trying out a lot of different characters the past week or two, so we'll see how this goes. It might be a Cat.
Wait, Dro on the ground? Bro was beneath my feet? You want to kiss me so bad, Dro? So, some background on Dro. Dro did graduate TMN Vanilla Grand Blue. No, Dro, Green Cab. I'm sorry, I know it's confusing. Green Cab.
Yeah, and from the moment they sat on the cab there, it looked like Havel was locked in on the Cat, so...
Yeah. Dro,
Gonna see Cat against
bestie,
either
Green Cab,
Nier
that cab,
or
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Looks like a veneer,
looks like
yeah.
it's up.
Yeah, and so Dro graduated Vanilla TMN Grand Blue, and we did roll back graduations because very early on I noticed a lot of our graduates had a hard time in this game. So
I mean, yeah, definitely something to say, you know, with how the game has changed in the jump from Vanilla to Rising. So I definitely see why there was a bit of a...
Yeah, I think it's
mean,
important to note that there's also several very good players from other games that have, you know, some of them have come in and done really well right away, someone like Kizzy or Tempest, but some of them have come in and actually had a pretty hard time as well. Like, it's not a guarantee, even if you were good at other games or were good at Vanilla Grand Blue, that you're going to, you know, gel. And we're learning a lot about the game still, right? The game is over a month old, and we just learned about the thing where doing light attacks locks out your movement for 4 frames. You know, like that was straight up not noticed for 4 weeks. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, no, it's definitely something to say, yeah, with the adaptation, what to learn, the differences between this game, and like whether you come from the previous version of Grand Blue or now, like another game like Strive, like DNF, like KOF. These are the games that come in my head right now. But anyway, yeah, just there's so much going on. So
Clutch jump. Oh, probably wanted Super Skybound there. I think that was a little bit of a drop, but still in okay shape. Has a slight life lead. Just got to wait it out. Yeah. That guard cancel is good with it hitting, doing the rest of the chunk. But wow, the Raging Chain connects from pretty far away and could have closed out round 1. Yeah, this is a matchup.
No, basically, I'd like to hear your matchup thoughts here. I'd love to see what
so
you think about
Kat
this.
has some counterplay against some of the hard parts. You know, like she can actually light wall against the DP. She doesn't have to deal with that as much. That said, Nier is a significantly better character than Catalina in this game.
For sure,
Catalina's main thing that she has over other characters is usually damage disparity, except Nier does hella damage off any hit anywhere where Cat needs the corner. And most importantly, even if you can get Death put away, Nier's sweep and her 2M and her dash L all kind of just dunk on Cat.
Yeah, it definitely feels like no matter what iteration of Grand Blue you find, like that low prevalency is like such an issue no matter where you go. So Nier being having good tools to deal with that.
Catalina reminds me a lot of, in early Street Fighter V, I was an Armika player, and it reminds me a lot of the matchups only existed for Mika until she had the corner and resources. And then everyone kind of melts the same, right? And that's where Cat's at right now. Like, mid-screen, it's hard. She's working a hard job. She's working 50 hours a week, right? Not making a lot of money. She gets the corner and the overtime pay hits, and it's different, right? All of a sudden, you're eating steak.
Yeah, and like you said, like being able to have those options to be able to deal with the Nier DP is such a good... Like, it's such a great tool to be able to just have one less thing to worry about, but it doesn't really matter when you are the Nier being able to hold them in the corner too, but able to
good
pick that
anti-air
up.
with the close. I haven't seen close 5H used like that as an anti-air And that was not the normal way that close 5H is normally anti-air, which is priority crushing the jump in. That was actually a clean counter hit on the jump in.
Yeah, being able to get that so well. Great job of to take that first round there at the end.
Yeah, this is actually kind of the issue when you're asking like what's rough about the matchup.
Yeah,
it's not specific to Nier in that 6XLs are just better from outside of Kat's normal range at a space where she used to dominate, but now everyone has 6XL there. The difference with Nier is Nier also has a bunch of other stuff to really make you want to hold still in the space that Dash L is good.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely amounts to a lot against, like, or sorry, if you are Catalina, be able to work your way around that and find tools to be able to call it out. I feel like at that point it's almost like you're playing that player or matchup than the...
Very much, yeah.
Yeah.
And she's still a character that excels at punishing, so being able to recognize had it so the opponent still goes a really long way, but Dro able to close it out pretty quickly with the 2-0 there.
Yeah, great job for both players there, but Dro, you know, at the end, able to close it down and keep at it basically as Nier. There's so much going on with this character, and, you know, being able to work around the influx of options that Nier does have will make it very difficult for you if you don't have answers to it, or at least, like, ways to figure out how to deal with the character. So
Yeah,
that is a matchup you want to look for.
To answer Sigma Bedmail in the chat, Kat is sort of the Kai of this game, but really specifically, she reminds me of Launch Strive Kai, where she has a very well-rounded toolkit. She can do like kind of a little bit of everything, but she doesn't have a lot of Swiss Army knife moves. She doesn't have a like just throw this thing out and it's going to dumpster most of their moves option. She has to pick the right tool for the right situation. When she does, she's rewarded very hard. She gets crazy corner damage. And her normals themselves are pretty good. It's just that each one only covers kind of one thing.
I think we're going to have
actually,
the Belial mirror.
Speaking of one thing, we have one character coming up in this next match. I'm seeing Belial locked on.
I think this is the Belial mirror, because Greed plays Belial.
And I'm going to say that everyone knows a mirror is going to be 5-5, right? It's an even matchup because it's the same character. However, there is absolutely a such thing as a hard mirror, a harder 5-5.
The 5-frame, baby!
Belial is one of those characters because with the 5-frame 2L, he's one of the only characters that can punish Belial doing a lot of normal Belial stuff. And it is actually a relatively hard mirror match because you have to play a bit differently against yourself than you do against any other character in the cast. Other than Avatar, actually, the only other one who has that 5-frame 2L.
Yeah, it's such like a big problem to be able to navigate around that, and I definitely feel like it's not only slows down that close range matchup, like when you are at that character length distance within, like, you know, as Bell against Bell, but I feel like it changes the pace of the game and how you get to that too, because, you know,
when you not on the Joker color,
you have to work around that.
Okay, so
this is big changes.
This is Greed, who used to do very well in our he did very well in our KOF tournaments. He was a KOF player, but he has completely switched to Rising.
And Greed might have been a Cat player before as well, if it's the same person I'm thinking of.
And then the other one is Free Game, who, as we know, did very well in our vanilla tournaments, and he's been grinding this game since Rising came out. So, yeah, we've got the Belial here.
Big change we'll see. When we're talking about that 2L punishing regular Belial stuff, one of those things is his Far 5H that is -5, so Belial can punish it. But in the spaces where Far 5H used to be a really big deal, Dash L kind of actually does a lot of the same stuff while being, you know, plus on block and a little bit faster, albeit a lower priority. It's not going to crush as many things, but really kind of rounded out that, you know, the slight risk in the mid-range. Belial didn't have to take a ton of risk, but you can dodge and punish his 5H. And now it's just in that space. Why do the 5H? Just do the Dash L 2M. That +1 block stun infinite. Yeah, that's great sweep as well. You see how far they're clashing from. They're clashing because there's no hurt boxes there to hit.
Yeah, no problem.
Good conversion.
My gosh. Able to pick it up so well. Should be able to seal the deal.
Yeah.
No problem here. Oh, but ends up with the ulti P. I don't think that'll be enough to do it.
No, but it is a hard knockdown and a little bit of extra damage because they did it raw.
So we'll take that no matter what. It does have such a huge life lead here. We'll get
good use of the ult fireball, but this is going to be such a hard comeback. However, there's only one there's only one bravery point. You know, like a raging strike. Oh, or a clutch jump.
Oh,
And the DP gonna chip it out. Free game taking game 1.
Yeah, the back and forth between this character, like, you know, in the mirror matchup is fairly interesting to see, like, how people deal with like anything that comes up after their special cancels, trying to see if you can challenge a fireball mix-up, or trying to see, you know, if you can try to contest at any point, especially if you see the far edge that we talked about earlier. But right now, this back and forth right now, as we get to feel each other out going into the second game, gonna lead to them just taking the corner right now.
Good use of the command grab there. And you see the 2M pressure that they're using a lot after the dash L. The big deal with this button, I mentioned it before, for those who didn't see it, earlier last week, it was found that when you do a light normal, like a 5L or a dash L, universally, your movement is locked out for 4 frames after doing it. You can act, you can push a button, you can block, you can do a special move, whatever, but you can't walk forward, walk backwards, or forward dash.
Yeah.
And a really big deal for characters who have a +1 2M like Belial and Gran means that they have plus frames that they can immediately dash into another dash L after. For everyone else who has to use lights for their plus frames, they can't do like far 5L to be +1 and then an immediate dash L. Good conversion here.
Yeah.
Nice combo by Free Game. Gonna get a lot of corner carry. Has a bunch of meter on board now as well. Greed's been finding some pretty good jump placements, but I feel like Free Game's just been a little bit faster on the draw and challenge situations.
Oh my gosh, we'll be able to catch that. Nice and the hard knockdown, we'll take advantage of this and keep Greed in the corner. Should be able to cash out here at the end and take this game.
Yeah, good usage. Dump the BP. Didn't have enough meter for an ult, so just went with the Raging Strike, Raging Chain dumps, and that damage adds up a lot. It does a ton of damage, actually, and scales very well, even in long combos.
Yeah, it's a great thing, especially like I know a lot of people after beta 2 were like so quick to like, you know, rescind that, being like, oh, you know, I'd rather not cash out all my points to try to call out and put a bunch of damage on the table. But like,
I do think that's the best part of this game, though, right? That resource management, the fact, the very Street Fighter 6-ish design of separating damage cash outs and system mechanics to 2 separate resources and having to balance those 2 things separately, because sometimes the answer is dump all your BP. Sometimes the answer is hold it, dump your meter for damage, but keep your BP for guard cancel. Sometimes the meter's a little bit of both, right? Spend an ult, spend 1 BP, and keep yourself at a situation where now it's a one-touch game, but you still have a guard cancel available. And you have to make a lot of resource spending decisions on the fly. It's one of the easily the best part of the game to me. Yeah,
it's super enjoyable. I love to see like how they ended up taking BP in that direction in the future, and hopefully we get to see more of that as we get to see the game progress, especially coming up to the first big major of this year in just a few weeks.
Yeah, Frosty Frosting's coming up, not this coming weekend, but the one after. So going to be the actual largest Grand Blue Fantasy Versus bracket ever, I think. You know, if we're going back into vanilla, I believe it has 640 entrants. That is more than EVO 2022. So going to be, I think, a slog to get out of pools, and it's definitely something I recommend. Don't stick to one gameplay mode in this game. I think it's very important to both play ranked to get used to like the random first to 2 opponents in sequence with a little bit of pressure on. But I also think it's very important to also either go to the open lobby or go into a room and do some first to deaths. Find a partner and just play sweaty for a while, because you're gonna need endurance in this game if you want to do well in a tournament. The tournaments are so much larger than they were in Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. I got top 8 at CEO Otaku. I want to say I won 5 matches to do that, maybe 4. That would 4 wins, if you're lucky, is going to get you out of pools on winner's side now. Just out of pools, and that's going to be pools into a top 96, not even a top 24. The roads are going to be really long.
It's interesting to see how this game has gotten so much bigger, you know, and how that's progressed. But we talk about this game. Let's see who's got up next.
We got Destin on the near. Destin can graduate today, and Prince Waka is a Blaze Blue Central Fiction Hibiki player who doesn't.
Oh yeah, the Lancelot checks out.
He doesn't ever look up tech.
I already know how they play. I already know that if it was still a real thing, they'd probably do like round start 2-2H.
Oh heck yeah!
And Waka, he
might still see it.
is known
Yeah,
as a
maybe.
weird Hibiki. He is known as a weird Hibiki. Like, he plays weird. So,
I would say
I'm
Lancelot could also
interested
be
to
known
see
as a
this.
weird Hibiki. So this
Yeah, it's so true. But like, he taught himself everything he knows about the character, so he just does
that's
things
awesome.
that you don't see other Hibikis do.
These do. Yeah,
I think
that's
that
great.
this game, the dash light pressure, hampered that a little bit, and hopefully that something gets tuned. But I do think overall, this is definitely a game that does let you kind of express yourself with your character pretty well.
Yeah, the difference in player styles, especially how you can be able to treat it with all of the system mechanics, everything like that. Being able to do that in your own way.
Build
Oh my
super.
Why that damage
Oh,
is crazy.
And I can't believe you got hit by the cross-up overhead at the same time. What's wrong with you?
Oh my god, just go next here, but Prince
Yeah,
Waka, hopefully not to
sorry,
be dissuaded.
safe on
Look at,
block, cross-up overhead.
and just showing the absolute strengths of this character right now. 2H, not able to get a full follow-up here, but
Oh,
still
gonna get the
an-
punish. Good choice. Yeah, 6XL with punish into the far 5L. Got the whole combo from it. Gonna build that meter if they get one more. No, okay, not quite combo limit. Had something to say about it.
Yeah. Does have only 3 stocks left, so it is something to keep in the back of your mind if you are Prince Waka, but we'll see what you can do. First, you gotta
Also,
build...
important to note that Lancelot does damage in this game, actually. However, it does require meter, and right now, Waka's not working with a lot of it.
Mm-mm.
That ult
Not
is
working with a
there,
lot of
though. Ooh, not that ult you were looking for, though.
Yeah, no, it's such an interesting way that the way that Lance has changed into this version of Grand Blue, and like especially with like, the addition. Oh my God, this 2H
Great
round start
2H.
gonna definitely lead to a lot and put Prince Waka in such an uncomfortable situation so early into this round, and another
And another
2H.
one, yeah. Gotta
Look
use
at
that
this meter
JU a little
game.
bit more, bait those out. I really like the spends here from Dustin as well. I do think that you don't want to be too passive using Death as Nier. I do think you want to treat her as a very Street Fighter V type character, right? Consider the cooldown kind of burnout. Sometimes you got to spend to put them away, because if anyone is alive in this game, they can kill you, right? With not a lot of touches. So sometimes it's worth just investing in not letting them play.
For sure, yeah, and be able to do that so much and create such a big life lead into your advantage. I know we talked more about like how this game like does allow for like you to be able to come back, especially with VP deficits and such like that. But even still, Destin and Nier is doing a great job of making this character work for them right now. Look at this damage coming on the table. Should be able to send into SBA here.
Oh, goodness. And yeah, had spent a lot of stocks. Keep in mind the damage on those supers actually gets higher the less stocks that she had. So just by doing the combo, you're increasing the damage of the combo.
And there it is, Destin able to walk away with that 2-0. Nice and shiny, trying to keep their title up for this potential graduation today.
Okay, next up we're gonna get Raul, who we saw with the cat last week in top 8. We're gonna get Dylan, who will probably be on Gran, I imagine. I know Dylan, you know Dylan as a cat player, but I think we've only seen Dylan on Gran.
Yeah, I've seen him on Grand for the most part in Rising so far.
Winner gets signed handwritten copy of Vera Lucilia's joke fanfiction I started writing before bracket.
Big.
O2 tournament dub? Oh, also O2 is starting. If you want to go watch the O2 tournament, go to Zerchi's stream. It's in the chat, the link.
Yeah, so there is the Gran, and yeah, Rally on the cat, fairly offensive cat. This is going to be kind of an interesting matchup. Gran, this is the first time I've said this in a while. Gran is definitely better than Cat in this game.
Yeah, I
not
definitely
just
see
because Cat is in a rough spot, but Gran is actually good. I think Gran is actually very good in this game. And for anyone who's like remotely interested in this game, please, if you haven't already, try the free version. Not just because it's free and it gives you access to honestly most of the game. You get like 60% of the game for free, but also pretty importantly, Gran is fucking awesome. He is very fun to play. He might seem, you don't think of him as the Ryu. He is not the Ryu pro tag Shoto. He's more like the Jago of this game. He's a very, very offensive, fast-paced, cool combos character, does a ton of damage. And on the other side, it looks like Dylan is actually going with the Jita, and I do think that this can be a good pick too. Jita in kind of a weird spot. She objectively was nerfed hella hard coming off of 2.85 in multiple ways. However, she's still really strong, and if she didn't get those nerfs, she would probably be really, really broken. So a lot of it kind of checks out now, but very
Are y'all
fast movement
stuck in a
speed.
screen?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
just
it looks like
here,
waiting for it to load at the moment.
Mhm.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah,
no,
Jita
we
had-
talk about that Jita. Yeah, there's so much going on there with the amount of changes that Jita had. Unfortunately, not a lot in her favor, but still able to work their way around the system mechanics so well, and despite that, still like honestly prosper despite the
Dash
changes
lights in
being
particular,
answered.
right? The super, super fast run speed of her can make it pretty easy to land those dash lights. And I feel like
Yeah.
more than any other character, she gets the thing where you get, keep in mind, there's multiple active frames on a dash light. I think it has 4 active frames. It can be up, no, it has 3 active frames. It can be up to +4 on block.
Yes, yes.
And link into 8-frame normals even naturally on any regular hit against standing. And Jita just happens to like hang out at the spaces and have just enough dash momentum that she finds that late hit dash L really often. Is able to convert into corner carry from really far, or just have the plus frames.
Yeah, no, it's actually interesting to see how much like, despite we talk about all these changes that Jita had, like the progression so far. I know that I don't really like to take early tier lists into account because we are like essentially month 1 into a game that has a lot going on and a lot of changes, and is still being fleshed out, especially like I said as we go into this first event. But still is hanging out pretty well. Still getting to see a lot. Great, like
Her
showing.
I would say her corner routing is rough when you don't have super, and that's probably the biggest thing to get used to. She hits combo limit very easily because unlike other characters with Rekkas, her Rekka counts as 3 separate moves, I think, for scaling purposes. It triggers combo limit really, really easily. So she can have a hard time kind of like getting a really solid cash out sometimes. And her ultimate attacks are also they're mid. They're not great.
They're okay, yeah. And
Okay,
then I feel
they're trying to restart just because.
okay, yeah. It looks
I
like
think
they're
they
coming in here,
desynced.
so
Yeah,
we should get the. Oh, yeah, there you go.
yeah, and then Dylan will come back and we'll
But
start.
also, it's always worth noting that the undisputed best Grand Blue Fantasy Versus player in the world was a
gonna
Jita
say,
main
yeah.
and is still a Jita main. And if there is anyone who's going to be like, yeah, I'm going to throw this character away and just play whoever I feel like to win, I would bet on Gamera being, willing to just pick up someone else. He's
For
clearly
sure.
capable of it. But no, he's sticking it out with the Jita for the most part.
Yeah, that's why I'm so excited to see this first like big event and see like the styles clash and everyone come out and the show what they've learned and be able to pick up in these first few weeks. But here we go. It looks like we have Dylan and Ral on the table.
I'm
and ready to
interested
go.
going into offline from rollback where like it's not there's not the like see me offline Matera players, right? It's like they're actually gonna be similar. Everything's gonna be, maybe the Nears are gonna come through and run us all over. Yeah, looks like they might have had another little desync issue here.
Little hiccup here, yeah.
I was gonna say we maybe try the other cab or something too.
Might not
I don't
be
know if
bad,
that matters for rooms. Sometimes it does in lobby. Or they just said you can't have both protagonists in the game. That actually breaks the lore, right?
Yeah,
You're
true.
still only one self-insert protagonist at a time. Sorry.
All right, looks like we'll give this one more go here. Here's hoping we get a great game. But
Oh yeah, it might even just be a little bit of trouble with the room. I got like a random network error. Yeah, I'm getting like a bunch of just like straight
Might have
network
to-
errors has occurred. Yeah, maybe we try to remake the room. Okay. Remember, no potty mouth this time. We tried to join the room before the tournament started, and we're told that Dove's password was too lewd. Not
Yeah.
acceptable for Sony PlayStation.
I've had a couple friends who, like, at the launch of the game, were having trouble with their names because, like,
Yeah, it's less restrictive than it used to be. The name filter and the chat filter were both really brutal in regular Granblue. Shoutouts to not being able to say the word buttons or played. Cassie, I remember Cassie couldn't have her name. Like,
I've definitely, I think, shoutouts to my friend Jossam, who couldn't have his name, so I think he now goes.
yeah, like that was the trade-off, right? Because it was
Yeah.
fine in vanilla, but it's on the
Yeah.
new. They've updated what are griefing words? Jossam is
there's-
one of them. They're like, yeah, street sharks. That's toxic.
No, it's too much. Yeah, unfortunately, these the man has shut us down, and we can't have the word boob.
Cheetah.
All right, fourth time's the charm here, but looks like we're ready to go. Let's hope we actually get a game this time, but we're loading.
I am.
And we're in.
not.
Believe in victory.
I'm in. I'm watching.
Yeah, mine is like.
Here, I'll give you.
Okay, they have a match. Yeah, I'll watch along on the stream, but here we
Yeah,
go. I might.
sure,
I'll be
let's-
able to catch up here in a moment.
Yeah, no problem there. But it looks like, Rally versus Dylan, Jita versus Gran. It's interesting to see. We talked so much about like how these two characters have progressed in the entirety of Granblue, but like now seeing how they're doing in the rising iterations. Rally's able to
I
make
do
the most
think,
out of it so far. Mhm.
The core of the Shoto versus Shoto matchup is still fairly similar in that it's really hard to get out of the corner in any
Yeah.
Shoto against any Shoto. All three of those characters are very good at holding the corner, and they don't have air stalls. They don't have any like really goofy stuff to get out of the corner. You do got to
They can
kind of
definitely-
stand. You either need to be right up close and have really tight offense, or you need to stand a bit further back than you would in vanilla Granblue to be out of dash L range. In regular Granblue Fantasy First, is known as the Granblue Zone. When you had the corner, it was basically standing right underneath the timer, and you're at a position where most normals are going to whiff, and you can whiff punish it, but you can still reach them enough to apply offense if you need to. In this game, I think you want to back off just a little bit more of that, be about halfway underneath the super meter, just to get out of those dash L ranges. Great pickup on the 5H there.
Oh, able to work the way out. Now we get to see this Jita corner carry able to take corner to corner, coast to coast to keep Dylan locked down right now once more. The little handshake there, able to get the knockdown, and Dylan trying to work the way out, trying to fish with this 2U, but we'll get clipped here at the end. And the Rekka not going to lead to full combo, though. Keep him sustain these little chips here, the hits back and forth. Gonna keep Dylan in the corner now, able to get this full combo here into RS. Should be able to find a way to end this first game here. In Ellie's
Yeah,
favor.
that should do it. Yeah, cut them out simple. You can do universally on Jita. One of her pretty good routes is Rekka into close 5M Fireball, and then you get the post DP juggle after sweep into heavy DP now. You get a close 5M pickup. So with Super, where you can like spend a Raging Strike and then get the Bravery point back, that is a really good route, but I feel like in a lot of other situations, it's just kind of hard to hit combo limit or not hit combo limit, have your timer cycled, and land a super. Like, you kind of got to pick two.
All right, able to cash out here for SBA.
Good poke with the 5M, yeah. These are the situations I'm talking about, right? Where it's so scary to, like, cash out. You should have an overwhelming advantage, but now you have no meter. And they're fully loaded, and they don't have a lot to lose.
Yeah, I think Gran being, like, one thing that I feel like is something that's such strong in this game is being able to take this mid-screen and corner conversions, especially with uses of alt skills in RS. And, Gran having U-boot is such a strong tool to be able to initiate
It
that.
replaces Rush. Rush was a... Gran was basically non-existent in Granblue Fantasy Versus until 2.7. Like, from the beginning of Season 2 until 2.7, he just happened to be there. He wasn't really playing the game. And then they added Rush. And Rush fixed most of his problems, which were centered around a lot of times mid-screen. His combos just didn't work. Like, you just couldn't do a button and do a combo ender. And they fixed that with Rush. And I think a lot of Grand players were a little bit worried early on that, you know, Rush is gone, what's Grand going to be able to do? And I think they did a really good job of like replacing that with the ult boot.
Yeah. I definitely think that's something that like Jita hasn't found the same, at least in the same intensity, you know, with her ult skills, and that's what we talk about why they're so mid. But like even still, like despite that, able to work out so well in this version of Rising despite all of that and Rally.
Yeah, and I think her problem mainly is just ult Rekka. Like it doesn't carry a ton. It doesn't do a lot of stuff that H Rekka doesn't do. What it does do, though, it does have the slowdown, so it can be really good as like kind of a Twitch with punish using the easy input version, and it's only -4, so it can be something that you just sort of throw out. And if it gets blocked, you do get some of the meter refunded. If it hits, you get half of it refunded. It's just not... And then the fireball is kind of like, sure, it's hella plus, but also it's 50 meter to be plus, and that's not a great deal in this game. But Ral gonna take it 2-0 in the Shoto battle there.
Yeah, we'll take that in the end here. And it looks like we're getting Makuna back on board here to try to show their stuff as we get to the
curious
next set of
if we're
players.
going to see Makuna has been working on the Vera, so we may see that instead of the Yule, but also Makuna is potentially up for graduation after winning last time. So we may just see the Yule, you know, straight down to business.
Maybe. I believe we're already on to winners semis here, moving up.
No, we're doing all of winners quarters because
We're doing all winners quarters here. So this is the other
last
side
time
of
when we didn't do all of winners quarters, it took a while for losers bracket to catch up. So I'm just doing all of losers quarters.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like the Yule is there on the preview with them down on the cabinet. So yeah, I mean, Makuna has been putting a lot of work into this character since a little bit late in vanilla. They did play, you know, kind of at launch, put the game down for a while, came back towards the end of the game to get ready for Rising. And, you know, one of the fortuitous, like if you stick with a character, even if they're kind of like a mid, upper mid, whatever character, sometimes you get rewarded and they buff the hell out of them and now they're awesome. And you can apply those things you learn with a very strong character, and that's definitely where Makota's at right now.
So if I'm looking at the bracket correctly, just to clarify here, it looks like we're going to be, if that is Makuna, it'll be free game. So that should be the...
Yeah, it should be the Belial.
Yeah, the Belial, like we saw earlier. So interesting to see like how, like, because you talked about like the difference of characters going into like the how Makuna's playing and like what would work best, do you think, against this version of Bell?
I think Makuna can absolutely do the job. Belial's in a weird spot. I think that he has no weaknesses, but he's not the best character. Only because like he's high tier for sure. He's not top tier, I wouldn't say. He's just incredibly well rounded and does most everything really well. And his main weakness, it was addressed. It's just several other characters got buffed to the moon, right? Like Six and Lancelot and Yule to some extent. You know, and they're sometimes being well-rounded is very good in any fighting game because you can just address a lot of situations as they come up. Sometimes just being really, really good at one thing and doing a lot of damage is also very strong. And most of the other characters sort of kind of lean towards that. And I think Yule is one of those characters. Like she's definitely a rushdown character. She can mix things up a little bit with the stance. But otherwise, like, at the end of the day, she has to go in. She doesn't have choices, right, on how to play necessarily. She can go in different ways, but she has to go in. Belial, with that 2L, something that's really good for mashing out of pressure, is someone that can shut that down a little bit easier. But a lot of times you just have to make correct reads against Yule. She has that 214H, very, very strong bailout tool, and you can't really cover both her DP and her 214H at the same time. So sometimes you just have to make the hard read and call out 214H, run it down a little bit, catch it as it lands, and hope that you're right that they didn't just stand there and mash 5L or do a DP.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I think like going back to that point that you said really quickly about like how like the top tiers in this game have shifted going into Rising, and like how some characters have been like not necessarily left behind, but like are definitely wavering compared to like some of the clear.
Some characters are still kind of playing regular Grand Blue to
Exactly,
varying
yeah.
effects. Some of them, that's like catastrophic. Percival is playing vanilla
I was
Grand
gonna
Blue
say,
in
yeah.
a bad way, where Belial is playing vanilla Grand Blue in a good way because everything, he's the Akuma of the game, right? Just extremely well-rounded, has every type of tool, and has a good version of every type of tool. And sometimes you don't need a lot else than that to make a character good. Okay.
Oh, the challenge there, but
Great reaction. Yeah, you got to do
like
that.
that.
Makona does favor doing the 214H into the M follow-up to come in with the low, which is very strong. It's always safe. It always gives a combo even on regular hit for some reason.
Yeah.
So he'll lean towards that as a way to get in and just put you in a DP or not mix. And the only way out of it is you got to react and block. And yeah, good conversion. No spend on the guard cancel there. And that Yule 5M is one of the best buttons in the game for converting from raw Raging Strike.
Yeah, being able to get that and follow up so quickly just makes Yule such a strong character here. We'll see what Freaking to do to try to counteract and kind of tame the beast, because I feel like it does
Big
become so
bait,
difficult.
yep.
Oh yeah, we'll be able to catch this and keep contained here. All right, just trying to find a spot here.
That should be
Free game
it.
will unfortunately get clipped. Yeah, should be it here at the end.
Yeah, Makona's routing is very solid. Definitely, has that zoomery execution buff, right? Not a lot of terrible drops. Usually hits the
Yeah.
important stuff.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Pretty quick
All right,
game one there.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do to change the state of the game here in game 2, especially for free game here. Makuna's doing a lot of things right here. Just being able to carry free game so easily into the corner. The damage, the conversions, the combo, everything going so well in their favor. But right now, free game, we get a chance to start their own game here.
Yeah, this mid-range is hard, right? Good check with the 5M and a good
nice.
conversion with the Raging Strike, Raging Chain. Combo limit is definitely coming up, though. Yeah, gonna just end it there. Caught the
good catch
5L,
here.
and yeah, nice conversion.
Yeah, we'll
And I
be able to
think
seal
that's
the
part
deal
of
at the
it.
end.
Sometimes you gotta just not let Yule play.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to have to deal with all of that. The influx of options that Yule has, especially with the new mechanics, will make this a tough kill for you to climb if you are free game. But right now, in the
Yeah.
corner here, you're going to get thrown.
And something really important about UI, I mentioned what a big privilege it is in this game to have an anti-throw ult, like an airborne ult that can beta throw and then punish it into a full combo. Not a lot of characters have that. Like maybe 8-ish characters have that. However, Yule has safe jabs against ult DPs, and literally only one character in Grand Blue has safe jabs against ultimate reversals, and that is Yule. She now, if it's not something like a 6 parry, right, like a guaranteed activation, her stance 2M only has 5 frames of recovery still, so it can just recover in time to block DPs, which is a huge privilege in this game.
Yeah, it's something that definitely shouldn't be slept on if you are Yule. Like, be able to take that to your advantage and create these setups for you to be able to just call out any on every option that's on the table.
Yeah, and it comes
It's
from
so
just like her
strong.
normal corner combo too. That's a really big deal, right? She doesn't have to do anything wacky into it. Good spacing on the low and gonna bet
Nice.
the DP there just to keep the turn.
All right, free game. Still trying to look for a way out here. It's definitely going to be really difficult, but the RS will outspend 2 of Makuna's BP here, but
Oh,
might not
McCook
really
spent
matter
all
here.
the BP though. Yeah, this combo's not gonna kill.
Mm-mm.
If free game gets a touch here, she
but
might
it
get
won't matter
deleted.
in
But
the end.
yeah, 1 BP, the 20% damage boost made that throw do a really big chunk, and that's gonna close it out. 2-0 Makona.
Wow, at the end, yeah, I love the signs of life that we got to see from free game there. Being able to work their way back, but Makona just so strong, able to take that advantage with the end and run with it, even having those like potential comebacks come out with the BP deficit.
Yeah, and you could see Makona there. That was kind of the one way to go about it, right? Just spending for the advantage. Wasn't afraid to cash out all the BP, even though he put himself in a situation where he had a 60% lead to about, or 60% health compared to about 15%. And that was an even match. They had even health effectively, because if Makona got touched, the rest of that health was gone.
Yeah, no, it's like it can't be overstated how much of a difference like that BP penalty does make when it comes to like the damage on the table, especially with a character like Blau. When
You notice
get the right stutter
after
and the fireballs.
you'll get hit by like something in a Raging Strike, Raging Chain, and you're like, maybe I'm okay, and then the close 5H hits, and when you see the chunk that comes off, you're like, never mind, let's go to the next game.
All right, 2 more on the table here. Dro versus Levitar here.
Yeah, going to be Nier against 6, so top tier matchup here. By a lot of accounts, the 2 best characters in the game.
Definitely for a reason there. Like, we talk about like the influx of tools so much, and you know how being able to like work their way around with 6 and with these like, I don't want to call them outright neutral skips, but they pretty much are, you know, being able to work around everything so well. And then Dro, you know, having the Nier, having death on the table, being able to make so much out of that, capitalizing on mid-screen and corner damage, the reversal being such a strong tool. These 2 characters have it all.
Yeah, both of them have incredibly strong reversals, and something that opens up is the ability to push normals on wake up, because sometimes the other person has to just respect your wake up, so they get more out of it than just having a strong reversal.
Yeah, it's that point where you get to, you know, the threat of something is stronger than the actual thing itself. So it comes to the show here, and Levitar with a great start.
I can assure you the actual ult dive kick is stronger than the threat of ult dive kick.
That's one thing to keep in mind here, though. Yeah, you know how much we talk about it. You see it though, and then like, be able to do so much. It's like maybe not. It's still really good.
I was talking about what a privilege it is to have a throw bait ult in this game, and I just want to point out that 6 actually has 2 of them, and also even just regular heavy fireball is a really good throw bait. Like just deep run into heavy ground fireball is also very good.
And there it is again.
Yeah, and that should actually kill if he finishes this combo.
I think so, yeah. No problems here. Should be able to finish that and take that first game. So explosive. It just goes to show just like the strength of this. It's actually insane. Like getting to see how much you're able to get off of all the dive. And
I can't believe I'm talking about the good old days when 6 was fair. You know, back in vanilla when he was intentionally balanced by doing less damage than everyone else to make up for his oppressive rushdown.
No, but here, you know, now the
I didn't know how good we had it. I'm sorry for complaining about him before.
The monkey's paw curls.
Yeah, it never factored into my brain the idea of what if he also did damage.
Oh no, but we have it. This is the world we live in, and Levitar going to take full advantage of that against Dro. Dro definitely trying to look for options to try to be able to call out everything that Levitar's doing.
Good way. Doesn't get a big punish on the parry though. That's important.
Yeah.
I think that's actually the big thing going on right now is Levitar's actually just maximizing his hits.
Yeah, it adds up so much. Here?
Yeah, gonna spend the SBA. 1 BP left, so I mean, you don't actually need a lot at this point. Any tap, even just into Raging Strike, probably close. That grab is enough, yeah.
I like that. Using the 5U to get the cross up there and just call it at the end. Honestly, I think 6 is one of those characters, I know, probably just because of the state of the character and how they're able to work around everything they have, that especially when you spend into SBA so early into the round, like, doesn't need a lot to get going. So, you know, spending
I mean, Heavy Rekka builds 25 meter on hit, right, by itself. Yeah. So he's definitely not hurting for meter gain.
For sure.
Oh no, Dro didn't believe in dial out the combo, and yeah, it's a really big difference, right? Nier is the best character in the game. That's not really disputed right now. However, she's the best character in the game because she can convert any hit into half your health. And if you're not converting any hit into half their health, you're not getting the value out of the character, and she seems a lot more mortal.
Yeah, definitely.
She get close 5H after Rekka mid-screen.
Wow.
There's a lot of this version of 6 that I'm like, you know what? It's a fighting game. It's fine. Whoever decided to make it so that he gets full combos, including a close 5H off a Rekka mid-screen, that person needs to be moved off of the combat team and onto, like, I don't know, make him work on the UI or something. They'll probably make him do something goofy. Your PlayStation will explode when you click a menu or something, but I don't know. Leave him away from the balance. Good stuff for Levitar, though. That was, like I said, just the conversions made all the difference. Levitar really, really maximized the opportunities, and you could see the Nier just kind of melted.
I love to see Levitar doing well in this new game, because Levy was a player who played in most of our old brackets, of the vanilla brackets. And he was very good, and he always made top 8, but he did struggle to, take it against people he felt were much stronger than him. So it's very nice to see.
And be able to close that out in the
right
end.
now,
Like, no matter the character, really, just because they show the strengths, especially the persistence, because I think this is a game of persistence. If you want to keep competing and and survive against all like the onslaught of everything new in this game,
you got to be able to shake off
persistence.
getting absolutely exploded off of a bunch of stray hits. This is it's more controlled than a lot of games, but the damage is really high, and you will think that you'll be trying to figure out on both sides. Sometimes on offense, you're like, what am I going to do for Oki after this hit? And then they just die, and you're like, what? I didn't even get to finish the cool combo.
Yeah, definitely something to show. But here we go. Ral is gonna give their shot here against.
Yeah, right there off the bat, you can see. So that far range 6XL, and it was a crouching hit, so she can link that 5M there, even though it's an 8-frame 5M. It was just enough to give her that crouching hit. Oh, big bet off the bat. Ral gonna push to the corner here, cashing out the Raging Strike into SBA.
Yeah.
I like it. Nice easy combo, good amount of damage. Gonna get a safe jump off this as well.
Alright, Lacuna definitely unfazed though. Continue to hold it down back and will cost them one more throw here. Ral looking for one hit to end the job, but Lacuna will still work their way out once more. Gonna end up dealing with this DP and getting
and the side switch. Great forward walk for the side switch. Gonna cash out the SSBA. This is gonna bleed out the BP here.
Yeah, and that's gonna hurt, especially with DP. Having Lacuna now with the corner. But Ral will have to work their way out. Now 0 DP on Ral though.
A throw would kill right now, actually.
I think so.
Chip is becoming an issue for Lacuna, and Ral bets it on the DP.
What? I'm actually surprised. I'm pretty sure that was still punishable, right? But I guess
it is possible, depending on how much the first rep it hits, though. If Makuna did not interrupt the hits to kill, it is possible that the second set of hits would have chipped out.
But there it is in the end, though. Ral will be
big check with the 5M. Getting a little bit of breathing space. Oh, tried to clip the 214 HL coming on the way in, though. And
all right, Ral in the corner once more, trying to work their way out. Makuna has the domination right now, but Ral will be able to come the way across, and now
Makuna trying to guard cancel there. Got the raw Raging Strike, and very common in this game. That is like the new guest tech, right? Like guest teching is actually strong in this game, but guest guard canceling is what guest teching was in regular Grand Blue, where you just get the thing you're not looking for. You see it again right there. Ral getting grabbed out of the Raging Strike. And Makuna spending it.
Explosive game one back and forth, sending it for the BC mid-screen right away and keeping Makuna locked down in the corner. Val is going to try to find a way to open this character up here, but won't
spends
bite.
It all. Oh, Makuna though, no punish.
Wow, yeah. Not comfortable enough, got spooked by that one DP earlier today.
Yeah, I was just about to say Makuna's feeling a little timid right now, and maybe that DP did a little bit of mental damage at the end of that last round.
Something to look out for right now. Unfazed so far. We'll be able to get a lot of damage on this board here with the ult skill now and keep Ral contained in the corner, but the air throw.
Great air back throw. That's huge.
That is
big
so
positioning
big.
switch. Anyone's game right now.
I like that, yeah. Able to slowly inch because
Oh,
the corner.
no,
The
what?
people hit. What?
Yeah, I was looking for that heavy fireball and actually got the combo. If that would have dialed out into Rekka,
I think
that
that's
would
it,
have
though.
finished this round. But Makuna taking advantage of the scramble and going to seal it with a Raging Strike while there's no bravery points left.
Wow.
What a scramble at the end.
What a crazy game. One the back and forth that catches the DP, almost leading to an opportunity for Ral to be able to take that game one. But Makuna in the end coming out strong. And we'll be able to walk away with this, see what we can do to carry that momentum into this game two. Makuna versus Ral, here we go.
Going straight into stance. I dislike stance in mid-range against Shotos just because you can still dodge fireballs and most everything else you can kind of react to a little bit. rally with the corner. Good spacing on the 6XM. That's going to be safe. Oh, looking for the dash L, but a little too far. Gets the meter out of Makona, though. The frame trap, but wasn't ready to convert.
Yeah. Still fishing, opting to use a BP here to try to create some space for themselves. Now back to mid-screen here. Not biting on any of this pressure here. Now in stance, will eat the counter hit.
Yeah, was pressing a crouching button, so got double counter hit. Actually kind of got away with it. Oh, didn't dial out the 2-2H.
Oh! Off the throw tech there, we'll be able to seal the deal there. Makuna able to walk away one more time, taking a round here. Doing so well after these like scrambly situations, you know, off of throw tech, off of a missed counter hit or
the
anything
dash
like that.
H through the heavy fireball. Now it's a new interaction.
Like that, Ral now having the opportunity to do their own thing. You're gonna catch
Yeah.
the 5U.
Using the 5U as a throw bait, gets the counter hit convert, and that's kind of the way throws work in this game and the way anti-throw meta works. It actually breathes new life into that 5U Agitas that was pretty underwhelming in the original Grand Blue Fantasy Versus.
Yeah, definitely not something you get to see, especially at like such a low charge rate. But well, you know, taking the most out of it. Oh my God, gonna send in an SBA.
The super, and yeah, caught something. I don't know what that was that was caught. That said punish as well, not a counter hit. So caught something in recovery, and Ral gonna take the round off that.
No matter the case, though, one round apiece here. We'll see what Rally can do to stay in this game. Nice catch there, able to catch in the 6XL, but even still,
good whip punish with the 2-on-4 HM. Oh, backed off almost just enough, but that's stance 5M. Good anti-air. This should be... Oh, didn't get the dial out. Yeah, that's rough. That's a lot of damage left on the table.
Yeah, Ral gonna be very hopeful that this didn't end up hurting them too far, but those
that counter hit should do it. If this combo gets finished, this should be it. Raging Strike.
The spin, everything here.
Honestly, did like way more than necessary, but able to land the whole thing. Yule, you know, I don't want to sound like a broken record going on about Yule privilege there, but being able to link the super for the extra 10% damage on the technical input as well. Really good routing from Makuna. More than enough damage to close it out.
Yeah.
But that was a very close 2-0. 2-0 was not indicative of how that game,
for sure.
both of those games went.
Those are those explosive, you know, like back and forth kind of games that I really like to see. Just be able to see like the development and like how much like a hit can really, really mean, and how you can extend that to some insane damage. And both these characters can do so well, especially on the right hit. So congrats to both players. But Makuna will be able to walk away with that at the end. That was amazing.
Yeah, I forgot. I remember seeing it on Twitter. It might have been in Filament, or someone had put it out there that one of the cool things about the modern games being a lot more kind of scramble oriented and control being harder to establish is like that's when you really kind of see what kind of player someone is. You don't see what kind of player someone is when everything's going their way and they have like a super controlled situation. You see it in those like oh crap moments where everyone has maybe 3 frames to decide what they're about to mash out. So Destin coming back up. Levitar, you know, went up against Dro. This is always dangerous in tournament when you fight the same character 2 matches in a row in tournament, but it's 2 different people and, you know, arguably playing the character a little bit differently. So we'll see what Destin has in store for Levy.
Yeah, we'll get to see like the differences in play here and how that does shape out. Because I definitely think that it's one thing that, especially with a character like Nier, I'm able to see the differences in play coming into effect in the matchup. So can call out death differently, or like how you're doing your setups, and how you're able to react to that and convert is really important, especially with a character like Nier. We talk about like the mid screen or just damage in general, really, honestly, off of death and using your stocks so well creates a lot of really favorable situations for the character.
Yeah, and even defensively, Levy was getting a lot of mileage out of the wall dive against Dro. So we'll see, you know, Dustin obviously had an opportunity to watch that match in advance. So gonna see what he's scouting there, if he has anything on deck to be able to handle it. I did not get to lab that yet. That's actually something I specifically meant to lab out the last couple of days, and I did not get to check yet what Nier's best options are against wall dive. Because of the feint option, especially on heavy wall dive, you don't want to just let DP rip against it.
Yeah,
But
it's
I don't know if she can like 5H it. You know how some characters can just kind of like far 5H and then
Mhm.
even then, you know, with new 6 options, that's not safe anymore. He can just do the feint, land, and do ult Rekka, or he can do the feint and do ult fireball on the way down, and both of those things will
Yeah.
punish a whiff 5H. So spot dodge often ends up being the correct answer against both versions of wall dive, but it's kind of hard to dodge it early enough to get like a good punish.
Victory.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll see how this shapes out here and see if Destin has anything prepped in terms of being able to deal with it. But right now, it doesn't really matter if you have them locked down in this sandwich of yours, though. Levitar able to work their way out, though.
And if Levy takes it, another question will be, Destin does still have the Cagliostro kind of on deck, so we'll see if there's any character switches.
Yeah, it's
Checking out
something to
with the
keep in
2M.
mind out here. Yeah, trying to fish, looking for something to be able to catch Levitar, though. Playing pretty reserved so far, and there's the old full dive.
And this is going to carry to the corner. Yep. Heavy Rekka.
Oh my gosh, maybe with that.
Not
No,
quite,
just the combo limit there. Yeah, will end
You
up coming into
maybe
play.
could have done RSRC and closed out. However, with 1 bravery point left, that would have been a big gamble. But unfortunately, near damage going to make it
Cost you in
irrelevant.
the end. Yeah, Destin able to come back just from a thread of life there, but Vitar should not be unfazed. Had a lot of things work in their favor there for this first game won, and definitely seen practice against the Nier, at least somewhat here. And he's gonna go with the berry there to call out after the end of the Rekka.
Yeah, I do want to point out, talking about Raging Strike, Raging Chain is an ender. It is a hard knockdown and a very good hard knockdown. I think it's like plus 63. You get plenty of time to set something up. And it does a ton of damage, actually. So it's actually a very good combo ender, and it ignores combo limit. Like, if you do a normal that triggers combo limit, you can still tack on a Raging Strike, Raging Chain.
Yeah, it's something you definitely want to take advantage of. And like a game where so few knockdowns exist, or so few knockdowns that you can take advantage of exist.
Yeah.
Especially with characters like that. It's something you want to be able to utilize and abuse as much as you can. So, well, haven't seen a lot of it today, but definitely something to keep in mind. Especially characters like Fairy, for example, I find that is something that you see a lot, you know, being able to set up into your
it is,
player
because
and
the
things
big
like that.
thing with the long knockdown, the plus 63, it's good for set play characters, obviously, being able to put out GG and whatnot, but also it's good for timer cycling, because it's actually like 20 more frames than what you need to safe jump. Good bait. Yeah, baited out the 2H with the air fireball.
Yeah.
Oh no, big drop though. Destin gets
And
to
it
play
clipped.
again. Levy's got to be careful. 9 stocks
Nice.
on deck. That's going to mean that a full combo will leave Nier very low, and the super is going to do max damage, and only 1 BP is hanging out. Very important. So dodge is an answer to get out of that. Important that Destin did not press afterwards, because if you dodge a fireball, 6 is plus. Great patience by Destin, and you can see all this damage on deck. This is hella damage.
Wow, the catch there in the end, able to confirm that win into Destin off of the light too. Look at that damage coming on the board.
Clutch defensive play to not get opened up by the ult fireball, and then clutch offensive play to recognize, get the easy auto combo just into max damage, close it out.
Yeah, Levitar, though, like I said earlier, definitely has the option, seems practiced enough to be able to deal with all that Destin has on the table, but we'll still have to work hard to be able to confirm this and make this work in their favor. Nice.
Oh yeah, that is a safe jump
there
against human reversals.
All right,
working
Levitar in
towards the corner.
Oh, getting a clip of that second. Also the thrust there. The nice throw tech able to get out, but still back against the wall. Going to be really scary to try to get out with the way out, using the H fireball to walk forward.
Oh, the late 2H, it works. This should close it out.
Yeah.
1 button into super. Yep, keeps it nice and easy. And Destin on match point just like that.
All right, Levitar going to need a little bit more. Needs to do some soul searching here to try to fish out these rounds against Destin.
Wow, I don't even know what to say. I've never seen my 2M stuff in Heavy Rekka.
What do you think that Levitar can do right now to keep this Destin character, this Destin champion contained?
Email the devs.
Oh my god!
What. Email the devs.
No
I need to talk about
way.
this Nier champ.
Look, all I'm saying is we got
the parry and the punish. I don't know. I hate to say it. I think that Destin's Ryatsu might just be too high right now. Levitar might not be able to overcome the spiritual pressure.
Maybe not. Yeah. Oh, here we go though. This is a good opportunity for them.
Yeah, no BP left for anyone.
Yeah.
This is actual Wild West. We're about to walk 10 steps. The throw is enough. That seemed like it was so far away.
Wow, the damage on that throw. 0 BP, 50% there, coming in clutch there for Levitar and putting them on the board once more. Let's see if he can make this and close this out into a game win here. If Destin can take this 2-0.
Oh, big anti-air, yeah. Able to actually keep the corner, though. That worked out for Levitar. Got away with that for sure.
Yeah, Destin's really comfortable checking after the Rekka 2 here. Trying to see if Levitar will do anything after the backdash there. So see if Levitar can maybe take that into their advantage here. Oh!
Yeah, the hit stun made near unthrowable there.
Yeah, no, we'll get knocked down. Death down for a second here. With the 2H, and Death is back in time.
Gonna spend the SP. No, not yet. Gonna hold it. Yeah, this is scary because now, you know, that BP's gone. Raging Strike will finish this if it connects.
Yeah,
that can be the trap though, right? When you have that, you know, sometimes you can rope a dope and bait them in. Had the dodge, but wasn't ready for the punish.
Oh,
and
there it is!
Raging Strike, and Levitar gonna close the game with the boomer check.
That's my goat right there. That's my goat right there. That's Levitar.
That was awesome. That end game, like this comeback, able to work their way out of that, and like I like the boomer check there. We gotta check the young men reactions to see if they're still online, but.
It's a good situation for it too, right? Like it's very tense. It's a scramble situation. They're already on the back foot because you have that feeling like it's kind of slipping away, and their mind probably isn't on Raging Strike. It's on, you know, looking for a spot to roll out a heavy fireball or looking to get out of Rekka pressure, and the Raging Strike just caught Destin sleeping. Counter hit. That was a weird animation.
Fishing. Levitar already down a significant amount of HP against Destin here, and
the close 5H bonk.
Ow, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, it's definitely a lot that you see that Destin is ready for. Able to call out any of these anti-air or these with the anti-airs so well, and leading to so much damage is putting a big strain on Levitar here.
Destin playing pretty conservative too, like layering in a lot of dodges into pressure, looking for guard cancels to try to punish. Like not really trying to do gross mix, just trying to bleed out the BP.
All right, there it is. One more time.
Yeah, doesn't dial out the full combo.
Nice
roll, but that's actually not your turn after. You just get the side switch. If they're mashing, you can't actually press afterwards. It's really important to do still. A good strategy can be if you know they're going to like take the turn, you roll under the heavy fireball, and then as soon as you block guard cancel.
Oh, we'll get scooped with this. Won't get the follow-up though, but Levitar has Destin on a thread, and we'll eat the
another
fireball
2H bait. And we're on match point, both players. What a set.
To the back and forth here. I love the little evolution, especially after coming off of the thread of game 2. Levitar is able to take this and, you know, now run with it. That big life lead carried on, and this momentum should be really favorable to be able to take this win over Destin. But Destin's going to do what they can. Still in the corner, though. This throw tech number 1, tech number 2, the 5U cross up.
Oh, what an evasion! Made the attack miss, caught the 2L in the corner. What's going to be the mix?
Here we go.
Look at the grab a little too far.
Yeah, still trying to find a way back out.
Good guard cancel. Yeah, you want to stop that momentum. Oh, this is going to create a 3-1 bravery point lead against Spencer Super. No, going to hold it.
I kind of like that, opting to just save it.
Oh, this is so scary. The throw, that's not enough. Only 20% extra damage.
That's it with this big life lead.
And the ult caught the movement. Yeah, I think Levitar tried to react with the wall dive there, thinking it was going to be like a projectile or something, but much too fast. And Destin doing the ult to close, you know, bypass the neutral there. Really good decision making. Able to clutch it out.
Yeah, I like that. Using the slashes there at the end just to catch with death, and unfortunately was not ready there at the end. Levitar will get clipped and will fall to the loser side of the bracket there. I believe Makuna will move on to play
Destin.
So
that should put Destin in the winners finals. It should be Makuna and Destin in winners finals.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we're still waiting on losers.
Yeah, so in losers we've got Bweens versus Dro, winner gets Rel, and then we got Havel versus Master Cheap, amazing name. Winner gets Levitar. They play Siegfried, by the way, so they are the Master Cheap.
Let's go.
And winner gets Levy. But before we move on to losers, we are going to play the highlight reel for the last 2 weeks. So every every 2 weeks when we cycle back into doing the next, like, you know, we start with BB Tag and then we do KOF on Monday, and then when we go back to BB Tag, we have a highlight reel of every clips from every tournament that we ran in the last 2 weeks to showcase all the cool stuff. So I made this one. Thank you. I am very good at video editing. Thank you. So I hope you enjoy. Wait, I do have to say there are some like flashing lights in this one, so if you have epilepsy, please don't watch. Thank you.
I'm feeling like a riot. If it's a kill to the core, so we have to get violent. I'm the inner starting fire. Grows from the mess to perpetual silence. Thunder and lightning, hear the sound of the dead quiet world still fighting. And no, I'm not frightened. Look me in the face, so you never met someone like. Got the strength of a titan, I'm made out riot. And no black and tire. Thunder and lightning. I'm your poltergeist, know why you're fucking hiding. They should be frightened. Look me in the face, and you never met someone like.
Okay, well, I hope y'all enjoyed that. We run a ton of different tournaments here. Let me link the calendar. So these are all our tournaments. So shows everything that's going to happen, including breaks and our Saturday events. We run events every Saturday. And then if you want to join the Discord and you're not already in there, go ahead. You don't know anything about Grand Blue, Dro, my chief.
Kind of real for that one.
He is really real for that one. Made top 8, doesn't know a damn thing.
I'm just rolling my head on the keyboard.
I don't know. I assume all the VR players, former VR players, they have like an LED, you know, like the LED lights where they light up when you push the button, except only on the U button and it's always lit.
Dro, please light up the cab. Thank you.
Please light up the start button, please, so we can get
Please
moving.
light up the options
You know,
button.
It's on the X button, which is usually mapped to 5U. We would think that there would be some experience in this
I'll light up
category.
something, alright. Yeah, so true.
I can't believe there's no Viras tonight. I can't do my normal 5U, Hayden. Sorry, I gotta get it out now. Dro's on the screen, so like that's on him. My
Yeah,
bad,
Koga
sort
said
of.
he was catching up on his single player games tonight. So we are lacking a Koga.
All right, Dro versus Bweens. I believe I saw Bweens at the last SUFS, so definitely a familiar face here, but Dro, you know, one that we talked about a lot in TMN. So Nier versus Narmaya here. We got to see how this plays out. We get to see a lot of both characters. Oh.
Bweens does really well in our BB tag tournaments. He plays Heart and Jin.
Okay. I thought that was a punish on the crescent for a second. If that would have been just like a full combo. Oh, you died. You like actually died. Yeah.
Try to do your anti-air combo. You get turned around there, and it turns out, you know, Dro goes next, and we'll just take it.
It sucks, but I will say that's one of the parts I like about the game is you get rewarded a lot for studying interactions and sort of knowing, you know, hey, they're too high. I can't do my route, right? Like knowing that what the game looks like at that level, I think you get rewarded for really heavily in this game. And even though it's a simple game, there's still a lot of reason to play a lot and to lab out different things. 2H on the ground, not going to get anything from it there. Resets into the back throw, good positioning switch here. Oh, ran into the. She gets 6XL off the set. A Setsuna there? That was sick.
That's actually crazy.
Super.
Yeah.
Nice routing by Bweens here. Great confirm. The M Setsuna counter hit into the 6XL into the full round.
All right, not to be dissuaded though. One round of
Yeah,
peace
some-
here, Bweens.
Bweens with some definite matchup knowledge shown there, right? Poking away death on recovery. Good guard cancel before the cross up 6XM could come out. Kind of check the 6XL approach with the 5H.
Yeah.
Go spacing well.
Gonna find a way to get in though. We'll be able to hit the throw.
Oh, the zoomies.
Throw in the corner. Nice. Able to deal with the
That's the punish.
3H there just fine. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't get a lot off of it, but still in a pretty good position. Has the corner. There's nothing available right now. No
Oh.
special moves available for Nier
Yeah, this
because
is
of
where
the
you wanna
death
be.
stocks run out. I like that guard cancel to stop the momentum, but Dro living risky. No death, no
Wow.
problem. Challenges with the 5L on wake up, and it's going to close out game one.
Yeah, definitely something really risky if you are Near with no stocks on the table, but regardless, will work out in your favor, Dro. Taking game one. Beans though, gonna try to return form here. Feels the DP out, turn off death, and try to find a way to reach the situation. But
Nice check with the
now it's back
5H
online.
there. Has the anti-air. Doesn't get a ton. That was kind of an awkward space and height for it.
Yeah, one thing that we are finding is that Bleeds isn't able to take these the full distance with these anti-air combos, but that's just a limit.
Yeah,
of what
I feel like Blinks has kind of had trouble showing us just finishing like mid-screen B&Bs, but has some really sick corner combos.
Exactly, yeah, I know. It's definitely coming to clutch in the corner here, but, you know, mid-screen is right now where the difference is making right now.
Also coming in clutch, though, these 5L challenges from Dro going to take another round off it right here.
Really loud there.
It's in English.
She
and-
goes,
and-
"Wah!"
Insane.
It needs to like fade Lincoln Park in or something, like as she's running, like, every time. There's got to be a mod for that, right? Help me out, kids.
Oh, yeah. If there's a way, I'll see it in a week on some mod form.
Big tech, but Dro right back
Nothing
in
will
with
be
the dash
funnier.
L.
Nothing will be funnier to me than the mods where they replace the picture in Siegfried's.
Oh yeah, with just random stuff.
That
yeah.
shit is so funny.
Woo! Tried to meet in the air. Didn't have the answer, but again, these challenges by Dro are just correctly timed. And gonna close it out with the chip damage there. Dro moving on in top 8. Good showing for Bweens though. Gonna finish in 7th tonight.
Waynes, that's my go. He literally started learning Noelle in BB Tag, maybe the worst character in the game besides Tager.
God.
He started learning her because he loves Elfelt and he is a gun girl enthusiast.
Also, 4D is hilarious. Blaze Blue's been out for like 15 years now or whatever, and two things that have always worked since the beginning of the game are Noelle 4D and Ragnar Gauntlet Hades.
So true. So next up, we're going to get Master Cheap versus Havel.
Yeah, again, Havel, we'll see if they're going to be sticking with the Catalina. They were playing a lot of characters earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Havel did put Catalina on their page, on their I have people tell me who they're going to play in the tournament, who their main is. Let me tell them they can go.
Yeah, Cat Siegfried. This is probably, in my opinion, this is the best matchup Cat has against the new characters. Nier for obvious reasons. I think Anila actually kind of hard counters Cat. That's a brutal matchup.
Yeah, I've definitely heard a lot about like how like,
Grimnir is just kind of he does a lot of similar stuff to Cat actually in the same range, except his light thrust is always safe. Sig actually can have trouble with Cat. Light Wall gives him a lot of trouble because his special hits or his special moves are almost all single hit normals.
Yep.
He has his 2-2-X series into the follow-ups. Catalina 2M beats every follow-up other than parry and punishes him for doing no follow-up. So if you commit to 2-2 whatever as Siegfried, you have to sprinkle in that parry because Cat 2M just beats everything else.
Yeah.
Like right there.
If
Havel just sat there and pushed 2M, that would have been a punish.
Yeah, we'll see how experienced Havel is in the Siegfried matchup, because if it is, as you're saying, you know, this is definitely something you want to be able to call it as much as you can, because it'll lead to a lot of really great opportunities for Havel to be able to take space and just do a lot of solid damage with screen.
Nice routing there. Again, a lot of corner carry for only 50 meter.
Like the most holding steady here, though, trying to find a way to get out. We'll call it out with the SSBA here.
Yeah, close enough for animation as well, so this is going to hurt.
Nice chunk of damage here, taking out that BP.
He fights for his friends!
Putting Havel in the corner one more time, yeah. Fighting for your friends here is what you can do, and there you go.
I use Japanese voices, so I thought those characters were all dead.
Yeah,
since I didn't understand what he was saying.
In the game!
I just assumed they had all died.
Two of them were in the game!
I was like, wait, why are you so mad, bro? No one's even dead. Like, oh, yeah, that's really dangerous. So this is another reason why you kind of want to use Light Wall to be disruptive against his specials more than the dodge. He basically has 2 speeds of specials on almost every special, which is slow enough that, you know, if you dodge it, he's probably it's going to just counter hit the dodge automatically, or fast enough that you have to dodge it. SBA here. Going to get the hard knockdown.
Yeah. Keeping in the corner, though. Doing a great job of doing that. Trying to work their way out. And this is the problem I feel like what Siegfried does have, too, is like, on top of that, being able to work your way out, I feel like Cat is able to work with the spacing so much better than Siegfried is. Especially when,
what an air grab. Push a button, might recover in time to block. Yeah,
nice,
easy punish.
Yeah.
Havel going to take round 2 here.
Wait, why is bro fighting with the fire shield? That's a slab of concrete, bro.
No, right, for real. It's like the skin is so funny with the everything going on in the sword, and then like
he
I love
also
the new
looks
alternate.
incredibly bad in Percival's color. I'm not gonna lie, only Percy can make that work.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right? Because you went with the dodge there, if you would have done Light Wall against the charge medium 2 and 4 there, Light Wall actually gets a level 2 charge punish. You can charge up to the partial level where you get the mid-screen combo from and just straight up punish that move. So definitely a bit of counterplay to work on when they watch it back. Able to grab, that looked like the startup of the 2-2-X there. Oh.
Yeah, I think so.
Busting out the pressure with the medium DP. Hasn't gained a lot of space, though. Yeah, DP through the fireball. That's one of the hard parts for Cat. Really horizontal DPs. Just kind of blow up her block straight cancels really easily. Oh, had the counter hit. Not quite ready on the confirm. Still good positioning here. 8-5H, but nothing off of it. Havel still in good positioning here. This will actually close the round. You finish the combo. Nice and easy.
Yeah,
Close
she-
5H. Super. Yeah. Went for the 2 hits of auto combo. That's actually a little more optimal.
Yeah, playing so much more comfortably in the beginning of that first game here, and now, and especially when you have the corner, you know, you talk so much about how Catalina can do so much damage, and it definitely amounting to a lot here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sprinkling the parry there.
Mm-hmm.
No bite from Heppel.
Yeah, managing to spot dodge the 2-1-4 X follow-ups there, no problem there for Havel. Master Sheep is gonna definitely have to work a little bit harder if they want to be able to try to open up. Oh my God, the
Great
back
catch,
throw one
yeah.
time,
That
yeah.
was
Not
that
just
was
the-
plus on whiff. That had
Just the
no
super jump
recovery.
forward, but also the back throw, presence of mind to get the corner out of it. Yep, finishing SBA. Gonna take the BP here. And
Is she
the nice
using
thing
a
about cat
Lumi
damage
sword?
Is you're in a situation where
Yes.
you're low on timers at the moment, but if you just pin them here, now thrust is up and
Yeah.
any touch kills.
And there it is, back
and
to the
again,
corner.
the
one
back
more
throw,
time.
yeah. This is something I definitely scouted. Haven't I played a set last week, and very good at keeping the corner with those back throws, and just really good on knowing when it's his time and space to push 2M.
Yeah, I love that. Being able to confidently just call out and reset the situation so well in the corner, and that's definitely where you want to be if you're Catalina. And Havel's doing an amazing job of doing that. Let's see what Master Chief can do to try to set the pace in their favor.
With punish on the 2M.
Yeah, and Havel just slowly but surely walking Master Chief into the corner here. Nice, one more throw to help reset the situation one more time. These throws doing so much damage, you know, one after another.
Yeah, and the back throw also taking away the air stall, right? The JU at that spacing would likely get caught as well. Trying to shimmy here, no bite. Finds the counter hit though into the grab. Good
Yeah, doesn't
situation
opt to
for Havel.
press. Playing
Keeps the
confidently
plus
there to
frames,
thrust.
believed in the thrust a little too hard.
Ooh.
This is actually big just for the side switch. The damage is good.
Mm-hmm.
But
2
now the
BP
corner
down.
positioning. Yeah,
Yeah.
put the DB.
Tries to call it up, but will
Blocks.
not.
Waited for the third hit. Got the punish. That's kind of a tight punish to do with the 5H, but timed it well.
No problem there.
Nice whip punish. Using the light thrust. That's a strategy against the longer button characters like Siegfried, Percival, Fairy. Busting out the pressure with the DP. Just facing the 5H though. I'd like to see Master Chief use the M Fireball a little bit more at the spacings that they're using the Heavy, giving up that timer kind of easily in situations where the Heavy's not doing anything more. That's punish, yeah, too close.
Oh, yeah.
Into the super mid-screen SBA actually doesn't do a ton of damage. If you're Havel, this isn't that bad. You have full resources. You only really need like one touch to get out of the corner or the side switch here. I mean, this seems okay. Yeah, I was like, this seems like it's Master Chief's game, but that is going to be it, 2-1. Havel, though, with a pretty good showing there. Kept it tight.
No problem.
Just a couple of thrust punishes, and that is just kind of a difference between Cat and most of the other characters, right? Her advancing move is still punishable if you misspace it.
Yeah, something to keep in mind, yeah. Especially over the course of longer sets when you're trying to find ways to be able to contest in mid-screen space, you know, over any pokes that you can do and trying to call out a thrust.
And you do actually have to do some, like, buffer into light thrust as Cat. At some point, it becomes actually kind of an important frame trap for people who are trying to cheese things through your fireball. And if they dodge or roll, you actually have advantage there as Cat if you do light thrust. So it's still something you do got to toss out. You just got to be really mindful of spacing.
Definitely, but at the end there, we'll get to move on as we get Ral and Dro back on here for the losers quarterfinals here. Round out the last of the top 8 match of the losers side here.
Dro, you know, as the tournament's gone on, finding the combos a bit more, finding the big challenge spots. You know, the last match definitely looked really different from the first one on stream. We'll see if Dro's able to keep that momentum.
Yeah, here's hoping we'll get to see more of this development, especially during these these sets later in the bracket here. We get to see so much of all these players and see if get to see any more of that back and forth here as we go into the losers quarters here.
Where's Ral? Ral, get in here. Sorry, I'm telling
Slowly.
Havel that they air throw like a Guilty Gear player, like an Exerd player. Like they
No,
literally,
it's-
like their air throws are like an Exerd player who's really good at air throws, who has like a bad anti-air. Like their character has a bad anti-air.
Yeah, I was gonna say specifically.
They
against the
they said
airsoft,
they
too,
hate Guilty
it's-
Gear and
it's
they've
really
never
good.
played it before.
All right, so Raul sticking on the Jita, so it should be Jita near.
Near versus Jita.
All right, here we go. Yeah. Huh.
Nope, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Thought it might
okay,
be a
nope.
little bit of a desync. Looks like we're good into the match.
No problem there then. Interesting to see how
Good check off
oh,
the bat.
how we
Yeah,
had to deal
Rally
with Dro.
taking the
Oh,
fight
yeah.
to Dro.
Yeah, just going right into it. Oh my god, all these checks, trying to check with buttons here. We'll do just fine to be able to call it out, but Rally putting a lot of damage on the board really early into the round. Oh my god, right to SBA. Yeah, that was the big question mark I had, you know, regarding all these sets of Niers. Like, how do you take the game to Nier, and how do you deal with it in your own win? Rally just...
Yeah, run her over sometimes.
Oh
and
my
and
God.
we're talking about Jita still being strong despite all the nerfs, and part of that being her movement speed. The fact that she can just be up on you. Look at this.
Oh my
And now you're in the
gosh.
corner. Wall bounce from round start position. She get a slight juggle after this. Yeah, just auto combo. Keeps the frames. A little too far to combo. That right there. I was talking about that late hit 6XL, right? Getting even against standing on a regular non-counter hit, still getting that 5M link.
Nice, we'll be able to
Yeah.
hold that. Oh my gosh, in the end here.
Just gonna spin the super. I think that the way things are going, you're not even having enough time or space to like use an ult if you're Dro. You know, spend the super for the lead and the BP lead. See if you can get a guard canceler here or something. This is not gonna be dead.
So we'll
Auto
get rid of
combo,
the...
mid-screen supers used to do kind of way more damage, but now usually you want to dump BP.
Oh, wow. And then
On
the throw there at the end,
yeah,
yeah.
that's enough.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see how like the combo theory is going to change going into this game. Like, you know, leaning almost like towards and then away from this auto combo centric gameplay, especially mid screen, like into super.
Yeah.
Not something you see a lot, but now it's like.
But then when supers aren't in play, auto combo damage is buffed. So now auto combo is filler. Is it better than it used to be?
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, to be able to deal with that and then also like on the fly have your own combos now and coming up with solutions to like really interesting counter
big
hit
check.
hits. Yeah, big. The carry all the way.
Yeah, not
But-
afraid to challenge with the 5L and rewarded for it with the corner positioning. And Dro has been in jail for most of this set. Trying to push out with the dash L.
Nice
Good
check
check
on
on death.
death.
And the counter hit confirm. Yeah, easy combo. 5H. Fireball.
Yeah, no
5H.
problem here.
Super.
Dude.
And that is going to close it. Ral taking game one.
What an amazing showing! Like we get to talk about the explosiveness of energy, like between Ral and like other characters that have been able to deal with Nier, like, and doing that head on has been the best solution so far. Really, just head first into the abyss and getting to deal with that death and everything going on. But we see Dro hover in the
Yeah,
room, maybe
thinking
thinking
about
about
the
a character
character.
swap. Yeah.
If you bring out the Vera, we're gonna own you when you press 5U. I have been working on Dro ownage one-liners. Oh no, where was going?
Nope. It looks like we're sticking it out here.
All right, the dronage is postponed. We are going with the Nier. Got that dash L again. This time didn't get the 5M link. Fortunate for Dro. Getting a push back to mid-screen. Nice whiff punish with the 2M
The
there.
clash, doing the roll to try to end
Yeah.
to be there. I like that.
The secret, y'all, in case you're wondering what to do if you clash up close like that, mash grab. Like it's the fastest move, right? Like the worst case scenario is like they mash DP and whatever. They don't really get anything for it. not near, I guess. But yeah, for the most part, just smash grab. It'll beat her DP anyways.
Yeah, it's
Nice jump back.
definitely
Keeping
changed the name of the
corner.
game.
Had the counter hit 5M, and that definitely could have been a kill hit from there, but gonna have to earn another one.
I like that the spinning for BC here, keeping it in, but Dro
Oh,
able to
jump
get the
squat-
hits.
Yeah, definitely spend this SSBA.
Returning you
I
to a
think
nice
that
health.
they're still alive,
Oh wow, just
Yeah.
shy here.
but
One
the
more hit will
BP is
do
all
it.
gone, and the chip. There's so many small gaps in those strings where you can't really do anything about it because you're away from her body. You can't DP, but you don't have enough frames to jab out the doll. But because it is technically a break in the block string, you just can't do anything about it. The chip becomes real. Has the counter hit, no confirm. Trying to push back in with the dash L, but Dro checking.
Yeah,
Looking
trying
back
to
towards
find-
the
gets the-
screen. But another, just these wake up buttons off the soft knockdown. Good
Yeah.
recognition of when Dro's just not making it in time.
I love the challenge there. It's leading
Oh,
to
and the
so
whip
many
punish.
opportunities.
Oh.
Won't get too much, but regardless, has Dro on the back foot here in the corner into EX Rekka. Should be able to seal the deal here and put another round on the board in Rao's
Yep.
favor.
Nice easy combo.
Here we go. Potentially set point here for Rao. Able to close this out 2-0 over Dro. Oh my god, and the EX Rekka on the round start. All right, we'll close that dream real quick there with the DP and retaliation. But Rao, and the
Yeah, Ral is
You'll
just
just
keeping
keep
the
it. I
pace
like that.
too high.
6H.
Oh no, the counter hit 6H. This is a big starter.
yeah,
Gonna
look at all
build the
this
super,
damage.
5HH. Didn't trust the meter build. Held on to the super, but now any touch kills.
Yeah, definitely not a bad spot to be in if you're opting to hold the super. Just
Yeah.
still waiting, trying to find
If I'm
one
Rally,
hit.
I'm standing here and I am like buffering 5H super.
Oh
Is
my
this
god,
gonna
I
get
think
the
it's all
bounce?
bounce.
It does. Stabilizes it with the Raging Strike into the
Oh
super.
no, but it
it was
doesn't
too
matter.
high. Yeah. But in the scramble, able to collect the 5L, and Ral gonna take it.
Absolutely insane set there from both players, but round the end, oh my god.
Dro said, I gave up on that hit. Bro fucking
No,
left.
that's a tough situation. You just gotta like manually let them fall a little bit, and that's what I was talking about, right? You get rewarded. Obviously, you didn't get punished for not knowing that you can't land the super at that height, not recognizing the height in time, because the Shoto supers recover kind of fast.
Yeah.
But the reward for just kind of being like, oh, I've seen this before. They're a little too high. I'm going to let them drop a little bit before I press my 5H, and now you get to explode them with the super. But still, Ral, the pressure just did not let Dro navigate for a lot of those rounds. Dro definitely found some time, some spots to fight back, able to keep in the set. But when things were kind of, shifted against Dro and the momentum was rolling, it just felt like everything was hitting for Ral.
Yeah, no, it's insane that like how the playstyle worked so well in Drill. Like even with the back and forth, wasn't able to come up with like a definite solution to be able to contain the beast, honestly. And in the end, there, we're able to take it so well. But it looks like we're having our next two contestants here on stage. I believe this is Levitar versus one more time.
Master Chief.
Master Chief. Thank you.
Dro said, I felt like I was
names are,
minus the entire round.
Dub names are flipped.
Oh, yeah, let me
No.
flip them back.
Yeah.
No,
Never
wait,
mind.
wait.
I almost got mixed. No, I got mixed by the player card bug
Yeah, okay.
because it puts the same name on both. But yeah,
and
Master Chief's on P1.
reminder, the O2 bracket is going on. We got Nexon, Zurichi, and Salt Prophet over there helping out with O2, so make sure to go tune in. Watch some of our newer players duke it out.
Yeah,
Oh,
please. Stay
Levitar
tuned.
establishing the parry right away.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Siegfried does in this matchup. It's a matchup that I feel like it is definitely not to be understated. We talk so much about how Six is such a strong character in this meta, but like Siegfried, able to dish
He's
out their
built
own
for
damage.
this game.
Oh, yes, for
Siegfried
sure.
is like the most rising character, right? He clearly was designed with every part of this engine in mind. And I've described this character as, Six, but with Percival's moveset.
Yeah.
He has like the ranges of Percival, but he has the like, I'm going to do my thing and it's up to you to stop it kind of feel. of
Nah, I'm
Six.
gonna do my own thing.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, no, it's something that definitely not to be understated. Has so much presence with Fireball on screen, the 2-2 series being strong. makes on offense and defense. The the DP being such a strong get off me tool and anti-air. Like
Using the
everything
ult.
is crazy. Oh wow! And then going up the throw there at the end.
Yeah,
But-
yep. The Levitar spending the ult for the hard knockdown, interrupting the block string and a hard knockdown, able to get some more corner carry. With 6's fast run speed, when you get a hard knockdown, you can just sort of like run their body into the corner really quickly.
Yeah, and it makes such use out of the throw there. But Siegfried, not to be understated, this character definitely has a lot of on the table to be able to do. And here we go, seeing one aspect of it with these combos that you're able to do into 2-1-4.
Unblockable setup and missed
yeah.
time slightly. Yeah, juggled a little bit too high in the air for that.
So much to do with stocks on the table and everything. Levitar on the back foot in the corner still has a lot of options able to work out. And the
Missed
throw
time the
will
grab,
be there,
yeah. Throw protection. Levitar went
back
for
and
another
forth,
grab.
getting
Back
catch.
throw.
Wow, we'll get clipped here and carried pretty much all the way. But Levitar will end up dropping the ender here and giving Master Chief one more opportunity to
Yeah,
live.
Invuln
But
on the way down. Should be a full combo here. Everything's back up. Levy going to take game 1. Yeah, 6 is just one of those characters. We mentioned it. Soris, the characters with, teleports and Narm to some extent, right? With the air crescent, you just have to know when they have 50, and you have to be ready for it. There's not really a way around that, and it's hard when you're focused on the opponent in front of you. The characters, your spacing, and keep track of your meter. But you have to know what their meter is at all times as well. Pressure going to the corner here.
yeah, just trying to find a way out. Master Chief will get thrown one more time, but something they've been able to call out so often. We'll spend one more point there to try to get off Levitar.
Again, yeah, just scouting these block strings with the parry. And Master Chief, this is hard, right? When someone consistently shows you that they can revert, they have the timing to reversal your cancels. You really have to either come up with a new cancel, like a wacky one that beats what they do, or come up with something that is, nothing, right? Like do a button and hope they do it and then run up and punish them if they do.
Yeah, it's such a different way that you have to treat the game when you have to deal with these like parries. It's interesting to find ways that have people deal with them, but right now Master Chief's having trouble just recognizing that, or at least reacting to it and doing their own thing here.
Coming up with a plan against it.
Exactly,
and It actually does show this is one of the stronger ways historically in Grand Blue Fantasy Versus to use reversal moves, not as wake-ups, but as block string bypasses, because that's a gap that they can't get out of if they want to apply pressure.
Yeah. One more
Like
BP.
Has a
Holding, oh my
jump.
god. Oh
Super
my
hit.
god. Yeah.
This is regular SBA, though.
You're dead,
No
by
BP,
the
though.
way.
No,
Oh, okay,
that's
okay.
alive. Ooh, spooky
Wow.
miss. Good DP, yeah.
I like that.
Nice late DP, too. It's kind of dangerous to DP that because it is invuln on the way down, and sometimes it just out-invulns your DP.
Yeah,
but if you
I
delay
believe-
it enough like that, it should always work.
Yeah, I believe it's only the first two frames that are active that are air involved. So you have to time it really right if you wanted to make the most use out of that. At least for the MDP there that
Yeah.
you did. So it's something to keep in mind if you want to do that. But fortunately for Master Chief, able to make the most out of it. But right now though, a little bit of trouble here coming down for Levitar being able to hold down Master Chief one more time. 5U did come in and create all this offense. Slowly, surely, though, closing this gap here. 60 seconds on the clock. Levitar with a pretty significant advantage, but
Yeah, just
we
kind of
say this-
stalling. Ooh,
Oh, wow.
wow. The corner, though. This could be a turning point.
Yeah. Just trying to find
Holding
one
the Rekka
thing.
pressure.
Rekka won't catch. 2-4X won't do anything either. They're just trying to find one way to work their way in. We'll get in with a flip, but no bite, and the parry will
Yeah,
create this
clock
little deficit.
coming down. 35 seconds. 30 seconds is still kind of a lot of time with Grand Blue damage, but Master Chief gonna have to. Oh no! Great use of the ult Rekka, using the slowdown to slow the recovery
Wow.
of the extended hurt box to the 5H and getting the whiff punish. That's a great way to use that move. So heads up play by Levitar. Gonna be moving on to loser semis. Good stuff.
Yeah, great
And-
stuff from both players, but yeah, in the end,
Yeah, Master Chief kind of just lost, the Levy through rock every time. and Master Chief kind of never changed to paper. You know, you got to recognize if you're getting your block strings reversaled like every time you're letting it rip, you got to at least try something different.
Yeah, I feel like there's like it's really hard to say like what Master Chief was thinking like exactly like when it comes to that. It's like there's could be like so focused on trying to call out specific things like the wall dive and that, and then in the end, you know, only going for parry, and you know, being blinded
even
in the
early
game.
on muscle memory can just be a thing
For
where
sure,
like
totally.
oh I press M into 2 and 4 L, right? Like that's the sequence, that's how you learned to use the move. All right,
Yeah,
so
exactly,
Makuna,
yeah.
Destin coming back up are two who are eligible to graduate tonight. Only one of them, you know, obviously assuming one of the two of these wins, I mean, no, I guess they could get to grand final and lose, but whoever wins this is going to have a very, very short hop to graduation.
All right, here we go. Both players lined up and ready to go. Makuna versus Destin. UL versus Nier. We talk a lot about these characters and how, you know, they have a lot to like gain out of the Rising game, you know, the system mechanics and everything. The 6XLs, the
using
moves and everything
exactly
like that.
using all of the new stuff well. The dash attacks are very important for both these characters. Good ult abilities on both sides.
Yeah, we'll see what comes out of it here. We've already seen a lot of both of these players too, and like how they're able to utilize the most out of them. So not just, you know, the characters themselves, but them as players and with their play styles. But we'll see what comes out on top. Makuna with a great start, keeping Destin in the corner here, trying to find a work the way out. We'll tech the throw one more time and keep locked down. Nice.
That's such a huge difference, right? That stance M is buffed now, given that 2M link from all kinds of far away. +2 on block now. Used to be 0. Now it's just like you block it and now you're guessing for the game pretty much. And Makuna taking round 1.
Yeah, what an like explosive showing, but that just goes to show the strengths of the character Yule. You know, you're able to make so much out of one mistake, capitalize so much on these hits, especially, you know, with these big counter hits that come out. So if you can make use of that, especially against Nier, it's where you want to be with this character.
Taking the turn, looking for a reversal afterwards. Destin playing kind of patient here.
Nice.
At some point, though, you do got to get in there. Like, Yule's just one of those characters where you got to put her away when you have the advantage. Wow, 2H from the other side. No counter hit, though, so not going to get the confirm there. Catching the 214H, though. Good damage here.
Yeah, big. Should
super.
with the send.
Yeah. Wow, and it killed because of only 2 stocks increasing the damage and 1 BP.
Yeah, it's something that like I cannot state enough how much it is when you're able to capitalize off that so much, and then with the 2 BP deficit, it leads into just explosive damage, especially with both of these characters, honestly. Not just Nier, not just UL here, but here we go. Round 3, see what you can do here, and trying to carry both characters in the corner. Destin will have an opportunity to be able to start their own offense here against Makuna, but now with the stance flip coming in.
Yeah, Makuna showing good knowledge on when it's time to take a turn against the doll.
Oh, the throw tech here to reset the situation one more time.
Yeah, using every dash normal in the book.
Oh my gosh, we'll get clipped though, eat a lot of damage.
The
and
side
a
switch,
cross-up.
though. Nice routing by Destin to get that side switch in the corner, but too early on the grab. Makuna with the back throw into the corner.
I like that check with the low there, but will not bite. Makuna still holding Destin a little hostage here in the corner.
This is actually where it gets kind of hard for Yule. Stance pressure in the face of this sweep, and also her 2M is a low, so she has a slightly faster low option as well. That right there, that's a really good option for get out of the corner, and if you're in stance, you know, you're risking just getting clipped into the full combo.
Yeah, Death's out though, but resetting the situation once more. These throat techs are actually working out pretty well in Makuna's favor. Oh my god!
Yeah, there's no death available, so this is going to be a great situation because there's
even if this won't
effectively
kill.
no reversal available.
Now you get to play so much better.
Good dodge,
Oh,
punish.
wow.
Raging Chain, Raging Strike, great punish. I was wondering what she could get there, especially with no doll, because, you know, you don't have the thing where the super tracks, I don't believe, without it. So good usage of Raging Strike, Raging Chain there.
Yeah, I just think how interesting it is that, like, you were talking about, like, how Nier has really good options to be able to contest stance. You know, any of the lows. Oh my god, the reversal that I tried to call it out after the slide there. Even though it should be safe, but even still, tries to test any point of turn taking. Now, Makuna's in a really awkward spot.
The block on the cross up.
And
Good
Wade's
blocks here
holding
from
steady.
Makuna.
Yeah.
But yeah, got to get back on offense at some point.
All right, uses the ult slashes there to try to.
Yeah,
take
I like the
advantage.
recognition. Destin doesn't need a super to kill, so using the ult to try to shut down neutral there.
And like even still, with the amount of meter gain that Destin can get,
Oh,
we'll still be
that's
able to
it.
get supers anyway. There it is.
Yep. Game 1 going to Destin off of the DP.
All right, one more
Oh,
time.
I'm sorry,
Destin.
first round of game 2. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Destin just using the sandwich poke, so it's really scary, honestly, because she's not spending anything for that. Like, you're kind of caged where you are in mid-screen. You have to be very careful because any stray clip is a full combo. But Destin was just using the regular death special,
Oh,
so not spending
wow.
any
We'll get a
stocks.
combo of this too. Oh, but unfortunately, not too much. We'll still keep Makuna in the corner, though, trying to fish for one more hit to try to seal the deal in Destin's favor.
7 stocks.
Really scary, though. Destin's on out offline just for one more second here.
Makuna actually didn't challenge while Death was on cooldown after the challenge and not able to escape the corner and down 2-0. This is winners finals though, so this is a first to 3. Makuna not out just yet.
Definitely needs a little bit of a boost here if they want to be able to keep it going here on this winner's set of the bracket. It's what you want, especially if you want to graduate here tonight. You still want that winner's set advantage. So gonna do everything you can, Makuna. Gonna keep fighting here.
40% already down. Yeah, and
That's fine.
Destin's not being super greedy here.
No, yeah.
You know, not seeing a lot of double 6XLs. Just, you know, okay to give the turn back.
Okay to give the turn back because, you know, one of these hits can lead to so much for Destin. But here it is. Can lead for Makuna. We'll opt to go for a throw there on the wake up to try to check if there's any
And the
DP
pushback
on
of that
table.
ult, using it similar to the Anila sheep, just getting a lot of stage for it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, the 5H,
Oh. Can die to anything. Doesn't have chip guts on the table or anything to worry about. But the throw will lead this for Makuna.
and the grab, yeah, I was looking for
There
some
it
sort of
is.
reversal or something, but unfortunately a little bit too close. Good response by Destin, and Destin is on match point.
All right, one more time, one round. Destin needs to be able to close the gap and take this in their favor. Makuna trying to work their way in. Does clip Death one more time to create a positive situation to be in, but there it is, one that throw, keeping the corner. Does a check. Second throw in line here.
Using the plus range from the meaty stance M there.
Yeah, and that's where you say, like, you know, this problem of being able to use stance to challenge in the corner is so problematic for Makuna, even in advantage. Oh, wow. One more tech here, just
Late
fine.
tech chip
Makuna.
damage adding up, but again, this ult, so much screen space.
Yeah, the real
Baits
estate
out the
was a big
DP,
advantage,
and
though.
Makuna gonna close out the round here. I think that's the first round this set.
Yeah. Definitely doing a lot to try to put this matchup in their favor, but it's gonna be difficult regardless. Difficult to climb, but this is a great start right now for Makuna.
Really like the
Destin.
2M check. You know, not in a space where Nier can actually hit you with 2M, but kind of calling out the dash normal and was correct on it.
Yeah, one more time using the alt flash there to try to deal with the Makuna, try to take space after the specials, but we'll get clipped in now.
Double grab here, yeah. Makuna trying to guard cancel, caught out a Raging Strike. Oh, wow, Destin with the perfect spacing there, making the 5M with. Doesn't get put under pressure and has the corner again. Oh, if Death was up and
Oh
the
my
normal
gosh.
was better.
Could have definitely spelled the end of Makuna's life there, but we'll be able to take this opportunity and roll
This
with
is
it,
gonna
getting
be
a
the
big
corner. Yeah, and this is always good damage, right? And it refunds 25%, so in theory, it can do the same combo again.
hop through the grab there. One less thing to worry about. Makuna able to get this big,
Big
counter hit.
Doesn't have the resources to kill, I don't think. With SSBA, this is going to be
Oh.
close. Destin
Yeah.
has full BP. Oh, but does get extra damage because it is a extra 10%.
Oh my god, is that it?
That is going to be enough, it looks like.
I think so, yeah.
And
we'll be able to take it at the
Makona
end.
barely staying alive off the big counter hit 5H.
Oh, wow. That was great. Able to come back in the end, especially off that single hit confirm there in the corner. And then
Yeah,
there to go.
squeezed the most out of the routing, too. Like, really, really needed that clutch bombo and good routing there. Yep, absorbs and stance. Good check with the 5L, though. Dustin's going to work back to mid-screen here.
right, putting Destin in an unfavorable position once more. We'll be able to hold strong there. Sorry, Makuna will be able to hold back against this death here. Able to reset the opportunity one more time. But Destin, let's see what they can do to keep Makuna restrained here. We'll get clipped there, though.
Oh, wow. In range for the 5L link. Didn't dial out an ender there, but nice recognition of the counter hit link. That's actually a hard link, too.
Yeah, no, surprisingly able to get
Good
this.
for you. Recovered in time to punish the JU. All right.
Oh my god, nerf this champion though. What? Able to grab there at the end, but Destin able to walk out of this ult slashes. Oh my god. And now we're back to the other corner.
Old Starry Sky and Makona trying out some more tools. I mean, that's what you want to do when you're down, right? You're facing elimination.
Oh, I love
I'm sorry,
that.
not elimination yet. This is winners finals, but this is still a big deal. You want the winner side advantage.
And wow, able to come back from all of that. Oh my gosh. The double RS combo coming in to seal the deal for that first round. This is definitely where you want to be if you are Makuna. Up around now for the first time in a little bit. Able to work up, take any advantage you can. All this momentum will matter in the end for Makuna. Let's see if they can do to shake Destin's ability to be able to hold this.
Both for now, you know, obviously the outcome of this set, but also, you know, potentially for a rematch on either side in grand finals.
Yeah.
This is a really important round for Destin.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about, you know, the stamina and doing these long tournaments does add up. So, like, this is definitely something you want to do. Like, if you can hold on to this round win and go into
especially
grand
a
finals
character like
side.
Yule, who's just kind of always coming at you, right? Like, you have to stay solid for so long. Big anti-air. These are really damaging routes for Yule.
And we're all the way to the corner. Gets the splat there. Be able to hold Destin in the corner one more time. 3 stocks left for Destin, so spending a little risky will lead to a lot of
wow,
scare
I haven't
situations for
even
Makuna.
seen that hit in a way that she gets a combo from it. I think if Destin would have done Raging Strike, Raging Chain there, would have killed off.
Oh, there it is.
Actually, speaking of, that is dead, I believe.
I think so too. Should be able to seal the deal one more time. Yeah, we'll take this
Makona
game.
staying in here. We're at a 2-2.
Oh my god.
That's the difference I'm talking about. Dumping, recognizing you get that mid-screen hit and they're low health. I know that was a weird situation to get that combo off of the, you know, old death there.
Yeah.
But I do think that if Destin would have just mashed out Raging Strike, Raging Chain, would have killed him in that situation.
Yeah, or at the very least, like, put them in such a favorable position that it was pretty much a guaranteed win for them. Here we go. RS, though, they try to put an unfavorable situation for Makuna one more time. Down 2 BP this early into the round is such a scary thing to be with, taking this extra damage and being put in another unsavory position. Here we go, spending in for the SBA, and that'll kill.
Bonk. Big damage. Only 3 stocks.
Wow, here we go. Up one more time. Destin, another opportunity to be able to take this win and run away with it and walk into grand finals.
And opens up with the same gambit there of the run-up neutral jump throw. Think, you know, caught onto some habits, but good guard cancel to get the corner here by Makona. Oh, the Raging Strike. This is actually, even though nothing came of that damage-wise, that's really devastating. There's only 1 left. If Makona...
God.
It's up to Destin if he wants to risk another Raging Strike. The guard cancel. There's no BP.
Doesn't have much to work with here. Needs to get
and if you're
something
Destin,
going.
you really don't have to do anything right now. Like, chip is going to start adding up here. No guard cancel is available. You have 4 stocks, so you don't want to overextend because being without death could definitely be one of the things that can make the comeback possible.
Yeah, Destin's so content to just hold down back.
Stuffs
It's
the
the
ult.
actual. Oh my god. But we'll not be able to get too much more out of it. Even still, though.
And the 2M
Man.
check shuts down the momentum. Makuna threatening, but Destin staying solid in the corner.
Wow.
Bends off
at the
Makuna
end.
3-2. Moving on to the winner side of grand finals.
What a crazy set, and what a way to go out there at the end. Such a big advantage from Destin, to be able to take that and just content holding down back. There's so much going on. Either you will basically throwing themselves at you time after time after time again, and so comfortable, especially knowing that Makuna has no BP to spend. You know, to try to
and
open you up or to
not
throw or
being
anything like
greedy,
that.
going for the Raging Strike,
Exactly.
risking the dodge and whatnot. I think Destin played that really well. And, you know, that's its own skill, just kind of not throwing the match when stuff doesn't go your way several games in a row, even though you have the lead, right? There's a point where, you know, you're not really losing until you lost.
For sure, and
you know,
it just goes to the persistence, you know.
Staying in the game.
Exactly. But there we go. It looks like that will be it for our winner's side of the bracket, at least for now. We'll get to tune in to see Makuna fight see Destin fight the end there, but
Yo,
now I believe we'll have our
hello,
next two.
Zurchi, Nexon, Salt. Just finished up 0-2. Let's see who won. Okay, we
Alright,
got
so
Josh
gonna-
DL 5-0, Sound Spirit 4-1, and Emote, I think that's Wasimoto 3-2. Awesome. Sick. I hope y'all had fun over there. Okay,
So
but let's
we
get this
are
going.
having loser semis coming up. Going to be our last 2 out of 3 of the night. Ral against Levitar, 2 very offensive players. Going to see definitely a matchup that Levitar will have experience with. Has fought Jita a lot. Especially with the crew in TMN, plenty of Jita experience to go around. Ral, I mean, the offense that Ral was showing against Rogue looks so oppressive. But that was against character that did not have, heavy
Wait,
parry.
did bro just run forward EXDP at the very start of the first game?
Might have.
Maybe.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, Doug.
Look, we're gonna see some crazy stuff here as we round up the rest of this bracket tonight, but especially when you want to try to challenge like the beast of a champion that Levitar is, you gotta do some crazy stuff, and Ral is definitely doing it, known to do that for sure. Look at this,
gonna have to ease this combo up a little bit. Yeah, keep the route simple. No, that's exactly what I was saying. It was an airborne starter, so combo limit came 1 hit sooner. You gotta catch that and eliminate that second hit of the auto combo. That combo would have worked if it was just close 5H into super. Unfortunate.
There we go. Ral is definitely not one to be dissuaded here against Levitar, so we'll do
Big
what
whip
they can.
punish.
Yeah.
5H, push into the corner.
All right, let's see what Levitar does to be able to get out of this corner. Let's see. Wall dive there, able to catch the.
Oh,
really
yeah, I
funny
thought he was
opening-
Lancelot for a second. No, you're not.
Ah, man, if only, but using the DP to challenge there.
Great
able to
delay
catch-
DP.
Yeah.
Spending some meter, whipping the 2H as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Ral keeping that pace up like we saw last set. Big throw tech to keep the corner positioning, but the jump back connects. No combo, though. Oh, they are swinging right now.
Yeah, they're just
Records
definitely trying to
down.
find an opening here. Oh my gosh, we'll get hit with the follow-up, the delay. We'll catch, but Ral not dissuaded. We'll be able to...
Too far to connect. Yeah.
The BP going out back and forth. Oh my god, not going to be caught by the parry one more time, but there it
The
is.
6XL going to close it out. And yeah, big scrambles in that right corner for most of that round.
All right, now Levitar be able to do some of the same, give them a taste of their own medicine, running in right away, round 1. Oh my god, 2M wall dive.
Back throw, though. Levitar with the defensive grab gave up the corner. Yeah. Able to get positioning back. But yeah, that's a punish. But at that range, you probably got a 2M.
Nice, gonna make this combo nice and simple
Could
here.
use
To
a
try to
Raging
end.
Strike to confirm here rather than going to the 2-1-4H.
It's something I love to see, like to stabilize combos there using RS or in the early to try to
Also,
make sure that
it
you get
gives
the
you
most
time
of
to look at your resources, right? Figure out what timers and what meter you have while they're in the pop-up.
it. Yeah, definitely something that you see a lot of players use. Nice. Going in. All right, Levitar
Yep.
0
Spend the
BP
last
gets
BP.
thrown.
Big dodge, but wow. I think that dodge came in kind of late. I don't know if he's punishable, but it's definitely not his turn on dodging that. But unfortunately, in range of the back throw, and the no escape probably means that a 5L or something was pushed.
Maybe so. Yeah, definitely ending up in Levitar's favor here. We'll see what Ral can do to change the pace of this game in their favor. Maybe opting to wanting to slow this down because Levitar is definitely coming out on top.
I feel like they're trying to play at the same pace too.
Yeah.
Both players are definitely, they want to establish the same place. And right now, Levitar's just kind of beating Ral to the punch.
I definitely think so, and 6 is definitely a character that lets you do that the most. So we'll see what Ral can come up with here, or if it's going to be just swinging at nothing here. It's really difficult for them to try to close the gap, but in their favor. It's one thing to have them in your face, but it's one thing to have them with your options in mind. Be able to do it at your rate.
Wow, pushing 5H out of block stun.
Oh, nice. Do the RS stabilize this combo one more time here. And the wall dive to reset. Nice tech here. One more time, 2 times. but will not bite. Ralph,
Defensive
even still
sweep
alive.
here, stuff in the run up.
He's just going for the
Had the punishment.
close
Oh
L,
no, yeah, you gotta spend Raging Strike, Raging Chain or something there.
Definitely. No one get clipped there with the jumping and the wall dive there, but
2H.
well, this should spell the end of his life.
Raging Strike, Raging Chain. Doesn't have. Okay, I was like, gotta recognize that you don't have BP to do another Raging Strike, Raging Chain. Auto combo can seal it, and Levitar gonna take it 2-0. Moving on to face Makona in losers finals.
There it is, swift and quick. Levitar will move on. Great showing from both players, but in the end, Ral definitely was trying to look for options to try to keep it going in the way that they were doing, and it definitely goes to show that it can work. But when you have someone that can match your pace and honestly exceed it too, with Levitar having so many ways to be able to deal with everything that was going on. But we'll move on to play Makuna.
And this is going to be kind of a similar matchup, for at least coming from Six's perspective, right? Another character who's, going to want to do what you do and run you over. So see what Makona can do here. I think that Jeet a little more straightforward. I think that Yule has a little bit more of the trickiness that can kind of meet Six in that department, where he has kind of some goofy moves relative to just like a normal Shoto tool set that Jeet would have. Big start here, though, with the counter hit. Makona busting out of the pressure, though. Oh, didn't get back there for the throw. Still has pressure continuing, though. Back thrown, though. All right, I'm not going to lie. English 6 yelling your timing sucks after grabbing you at a block run. It is actually really funny.
It's so good.
He's not even insulting. He's just making an observation. You missed the stagger, bro.
All right, though. Doing a pretty good job, but now Levitar in the corner has to work their way out here against Makuna, which we've shown has proven to be pretty difficult, but Levitar should be able to do it just fine here. Back to mid-screen. Gonna get clipped.
Gets the
trying
punish.
to do the
Oh,
parry.
big counter hit. Yeah, this is going to be big damage. Makona is in that tough spot, though, of like, you're just above SSBA health. Like, yeah, you're going to spend here, get the BP lead at least. But you know that situation where like SSBA might kill, SBA won't? Do you want to spend it or hold on to your resources?
Oh,
nice
wow.
dodge, but it's not your turn after dodging
Oh, no!
it. You make it miss, but you still got to give up the turn, unfortunately. It's just one of those moves.
Yeah, one hit should do it
Should
for
get the
either
punish
character here.
Yeah, keeps it easy. Raging Strike, Raging Chain.
Doesn't need to do too much there to end it. Yeah, no problem there for Makuna. We'll be able to take that and move on here. Let's see what Levitar can do. But this is really early in the set, so there's a lot of room to grow here. Oh,
Good check with the
5e
5H.
there. I like that.
Yeah. Low risk check for her as well.
Problems there. Not biting. Levitar unfazed right now against this offense.
Yeah, and if you're
Now into
Makona,
stance.
that's fine too. You have the lead, you have a bunch of meter, and you're just building more. Yeah, I would go ahead and cash out right here. Take that
No
BP
problem.
lead.
Opting not to spend in the SBA, but still has a really strong advantage right now against Levitar with the alt wall flip.
Oh, and the parry, that is technically a mid.
Wow.
The Yule
problem
privilege
there.
coming through with the stance auto parry, shutting down the ult wall dive. These are some characters, man. Coming from Cat, when I watch some of these tools put to play, when I'm watching like 6 fight Lancelot, 6 fight Yule, I'm just like, am I playing the same game? We're just gonna auto parry. We're just gonna auto parry ult dive by just standing there. Okay.
It's actually insane how different the game plays just with two different characters on screen. It's like, I definitely agree with that sentiment for sure. Here we go, game
Dodge.
2 though.
Yeah, when it's against the wall like that and the angle's really sharp, you actually have to be careful. After the dodge, it might not be your turn. He does land pretty quickly. Makona with a good block there. Back in the corner, and that is the setup, right? You stance up, you can 2M, you can delay your button, you can grab. Sweet,
Nice.
super, nice and easy.
Yeah, no problem there. Makuna with a great opportunity to take this up 2-0 potentially against Levitar, but not out of the woods yet. Still has a bit more to go. Levitar, though, with a little bit of a slow round start here to try to find out what Makuna's doing. Already in stance, so trying to play this little reserved to try to catch Makuna. A little awkward, but we'll get reversaled out here.
Oh,
And doing
great.
so
Just
much.
run
Oh,
forward.
nice.
Ignores the parry, runs right past it, gets the punish.
Yeah, I love that. They're so confident in being able to deal with the parry, and it's working out really well in Makuna's favor. We'll eat
Good
this pretty
conversion.
significant-
Yeah, the 5L into Raging Strike. Dumping 2 BP here. Oh, no. Misses the ult, though. Left her in stance, though, so still not a bad position. And Levy caught with the stance 2M. Makona with a fast 2-0. A lot of momentum on his side right now.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
All right, up 2-0 though. Be able to take this all the way. We'll see what you can do when Makuna can move on to go in the grand finals here. If Leverage can have a chance.
Can't really
We're
do
back.
the,
Oh,
the
no.
meaty grab like that on Yule, unfortunately. 214H is just too big of a tool. You have to call out. You have to at least like call out 214H several times to show that you're going to shut it down before you do the throw.
All right, gonna go right into SP to take all these points here. Should be able to do it just fine there. And up already on the game here. It's really such a favorable position to be in right now. Up to 2-0 potentially. Gonna take this in a swift 3-0.
Yeah, Makona swinging to the start of the round. Going with the 5H, looking for the big counter hit starter.
Look at him, bro. Don't fix it. Spot dodges it. Nice tech on the throw
no,
there.
it's a very good reaction. Do the dodge. If you're early enough, you get the grab as a punish, and if you're not, it's more dangerous than like pushing, or it's less dangerous than pushing 5L, they mash grab, and they grab you out of your move. And again,
wow. Getting so much
gotta
mileage out of
change up
that,
your
really.
offense. Oh, yeah, got him to flinch, pushed a button. I don't think this is going to kill, but this is very close.
Yeah, maybe
Is he
try
gonna
to
spend the
try to
super
catch
is the
that here,
question.
but
Yeah, is going to spend it.
still a great spot to be in though. Makuna one hit will do it. There it is.
And great setup. The empty 2L calling out the delay attempt at the guard cancel, and you catch him mashing M+H. Raging Strike comes out instead. Easy counter hit. Makona zipping through. Fast 3-0. Good stuff to Levy, though. Going out in third. Good showing tonight. Looking very good in several sets. But Makona right now, the momentum's very strong. We'll see if Dustin can fend him off again. Dustin had it really, really tight, barely kind of scraping it out in winners finals, despite having a 2-0 lead. So we'll see kind of what the momentum looks like.
All right, at the end, we'll see who can graduate here as we come into our last set of the night. Yeah, you were saying it was a really close set previously on the winner's side. So we'll see if we can see more in the game, more of the same, or if it'll be, sweeping either way. Keep in mind that coming up from the loser's side does mean that you might have to take this in 2 sets if you want to bring home the victory today. So it is a battle of endurance today if you are coming down from the loser's side, and we'll see what Makuna can do if they want to keep that victory in their belt. Can you come up in 2
Dustin
sets
with
here?
the Narmaya, though. Has the winner's advantage. Has some games to give. So if you are going to try something like this, why not try it right away?
Yeah, it's actually not the worst thing I've seen when it comes to doing that, but it is something that if you are Makuna, you might actually be a little bit more comfortable, honestly. One less thing to worry about when it comes to the Nier, and the matchup when it comes to dealing with the Narmaya, you might be a little bit more comfortable with, but there's so much happenstance, when it comes to talking about this, and we'll see when we get into this first game here.
Yeah, I don't think this is a significant downgrade in character strength, though, right?
No, for
obviously, she's not near because nobody's near, but Narmaya, a very good character and a really, really well-rounded tool set. Can fight Yule both up close and far away. Stealing turns with the 5L. Going to get rewarded with
Great
the corner
start
push here.
right now. Dustin, we're back against the wall, or this early into the set. Maybe
Bro just
foreboding
wanted
of
to
the
show off his booby
Wow,
outfit.
the 2H.
I think bro just wanted to show off the booby outfit.
Yeah,
that he paid
this is
for.
this was Dustin actually was just wailing battle pass to get the costume. Yeah, this is one of the colors on the new costume. This is that new black butterfly or whatever costume, but just a color variation. Yeah.
Yeah, how do you have to how much do you have to play to get that? I haven't.
So you can actually the battle pass, the premium battle pass is $8, and then you can skip 10 levels at a time for $5 each. So you could just whale it for $40. You can gain levels pretty quickly. I will say, I think it's level 60 to get the Narm costume. I'm already at 20 just from playing some casuals today.
Okay. So maybe not full well, but we'll see. We'll check the credit card statement later, but Destin gonna do what they can.
Good reaction to the
Oh, nice.
old Starry Sky. Oh no, though. Hit stun. Made the grab not work. Backdashing. Giving up a
Now
little
fading
space.
worth
The
it.
low crush, though, from the stance
Yeah.
M.
Oh, nice. Able to catch the jump out there with the air throw to reset the situation one more time. In Makuna's favor does have a lot going on here.
Close
And
it
can,
out. Yeah, has SSBA. Easy damage here. So now, is Dusty going to try and stick out one more game with the Narm? Or are we going to see the fast switch back?
I mean, if you're Makuna, no matter what, the result is the same here. Like, being able to take all these games at the very least against this Narmaya, even if you don't see the switch, is so good. You know, the confidence building is there. So you want to be able to take this if you have the stamina, or you need the stamina for the set. Nice.
Use the heavy DP as a ground wake up is actually kind of rough in this version. They're slower than the medium DPs, and also they have a 10-second timer. So it's like overdone. I think it's 4 seconds for the medium one. If not, it might be 5. But either way, you're without your reversal for a long time if you get baited on the heavy, and it's worse up front.
All right, really convincing start so far from Makuna. Let's see if this can do to cheese it
5-ish.
out.
Trying to 2H that Crescent again.
Destin definitely trying to, like, you know, slow the pace of the game down to try to catch Makuna slip in here, but it's
hard
it
against the
seems-
movement speed.
Yeah, it's
duel.
definitely very difficult.
And
you
that dash
definitely-
M. Oop. Taking the turn back. Steal on a turn.
Oh,
baiting
wow.
out the DP. This is going to be a big punish.
Yeah, playing
Is
really
Makuna
reserved
gonna
there.
Spend the super for the BP lead, though. Yeah, there it is.
Maybe so. There it is. Yeah, and now we'll take one good hit to seal the deal here, but Destin will get thrown
Throw,
out
though.
of the
That's
corner.
going to flip the positioning. Guard cancel? Yeah.
Got
Destin
another
has
shoes
to
in
find
the
the
foot.
advantage now. Guard cancel
Gonna
from
still
Makuna as
CBP
well.
on the table.
Oh,
there
and
it
the DP
is.
bet the round on it, was rewarded. 2-0 Makona. Yeah, going back to the room. Now the question is, are we going straight to the near? Might we see the Cagliostro?
Maybe so. Regardless, it's pretty good
Yeah,
to see.
there's the
to take a
Cagliostro.
second. But there it is, yeah.
Versus
I'm actually kind of surprised that we're not seeing any near so far. Like,
You know,
even though
this might also just want to be Dustin saying like, "Hey, I can do this without near."
yeah. No, regardless, though, we get to see like a great variety of play here between the two characters, and hopefully we'll get to see some great showings here with Destin so far. Already doing a lot to, you know, demand a lot of space control here. Alt trap setting the spear to catch Makuna really early on. There's gonna be a lot of adaptation that Makuna's gonna have to do if they want to keep this going.
This can be an okay matchup for Cagliostro now. You know, it's Cagliostro historically kind of being a fortress while Yule tries to get in. But Cagliostro does have tools to do that. Now, Cagliostro actually just has really impressive offense. She needs to find a way to establish her offense first.
Yeah, for sure. It's something that you find like we were talking about earlier today, specifically about the Cagliostro Yu matchup. Like, you know, how it's so difficult to get the most damage that you can out of this character because there's so much this character can do. Like alt TP, like alt trap sets, like anything to stall in the air. It makes it so difficult for you to get the most out of the damage. And there you go,
Yeah,
the TP.
and a lot of movement options. And I think movement is really important in this game because everyone has a universal tool in the same spacing and dash L. Being able to, you know, not be in range of it but still get punishes on it is a really big deal in this game. Getting rid of the trap with the 2H. That's, ooh, I believe that's actually punishable if it's not covered by a trap like that.
I think so, actually, but regardless, we'll still be with the hold steady, trying to find a way to open Destin up in the corner. Now, it's definitely a lot more different, because I feel like the way that Makuna has to structure their offense to be able to deal with all the alt options as well as, like, regular TP.
Yeah, and the
it's something
sweep
you get to
there,
look out.
the far-reaching low for Kag's good against the stance.
Yeah, so this is definitely a lot more interesting to see
Oh,
how
try to
Makuna will
snipe the
have to...
2H.
Yeah. We'll catch one more tech.
Good
We'll work
defense
their
here
way
from
out.
Makuna.
There it
but
is!
Great 2H.
Was looking for it, was ready, and we'll do loads
I
of
like
damage
spending
here
the super. They just spent like 25 seconds with nobody hitting anyone really. take the damage while you have it, get the lead, and now Dustin has to come to you.
Yeah, exactly. And then there is a world where you do get enough meter in the end to, at the very least, get, you know, like an RSRC or something of the sort. There,
And there
like
it is,
that.
yeah.
There it is.
As you said, that would have been enough to close it even if that didn't kill.
Battle 3.
All right, here we go. Definitely love the way that Destin's approaching the game now to be able to change. You know, the matchup being a little bit more awkward for Makuna to outright approach makes it a lot more difficult for both players to try to work their way around. But Destin's taking this opportunity and rolling with it right now. The TP, getting it clipped on the way down there will lead to a full series of damage here and another trap set.
I got mixed. I don't know if that was even intentional. That's safe, yeah.
Nice,
Interesting option.
Alt hoop will catch the 2H, the stall.
Trying to steal a turn after the air stall caught him. Anyone's around right now.
Yeah.
This is reset point for Makuna.
This is a good spot to be able to. Oh, but this
That should be enough. He has another RSC. Yep. Spends it. It's enough. Makuna resetting 3-0.
Oh my god. I think if I am Destin, I definitely stay with the
rematch
Cagliostro.
immediately. Yeah. The Cagliostro was looking fine. And you still have Nier to fall back on if you go down in this set.
Mm-hmm. This is a pick that I definitely would feel like is really working out for. There's just these little, like, you know, interactions that are leading to the Makuna being able to take them in the end, but all right, Makuna definitely on such a big advantage right now, being able to take that first set and having the momentum to move forward. Oh my gosh, Destin
Forcing the guard stall, or
Slowly
the guard
steady.
cancel rather.
Yeah.
So Destin down a BP. Down in meter, but not after that. Ult gets stuffed. Big
pretty-
brave check with the auto combo by
Wow.
Destin.
Ult flip will be able to catch. Still is plus. You'll be able to seal the deal here with one more. Oh no. Regardless, though, really big
Yeah,
life
good
lead,
use of the air stall, and that's what I was talking about. When she jumps in the air, you kind of just gotta let her do what
Yup.
she wants.
One more DP
out,
though.
and it's enough.
All right, taking the first game of the second set is going to be a really big lead for both players. So whoever can work with this and walk it towards the goalpost here, it will work out so well for them. This momentum is crazy right now for Makuna, though.
And I think
Destin, the
Destin
pickup.
maybe just got put in a couple situations last round that he didn't recognize and tried to steal some turns with 5L and got blown up for it.
Yeah.
6L. Oh, didn't believe in the 6L.
Yeah, I like that. You're going for the 5E charge there in the middle. Trying to catch
Good
and
patience.
one more trap set.
Yeah. Timer's up. There's that
To
sweep
you.
against the stance.
Puts them in the corner, though. Yeah, that's the scary part about using the TP there.
I like the
Now
guard
she's on the
cancel.
other foot. I like that.
Side switch. Ooh, again.
This is
flipped
one more
himself in the
time.
corner, though.
It's so
Destin.
awkward, though. Oh, no.
Yeah, has
Destin.
the life lead, has good resources, but yeah, able to close it out with the grab. That's just being in that corner, especially against a character with so many options like Yule. Scary situation.
Yeah,
Destin,
ended up working
though.
out in the end, but just something to keep in mind here as we go into this rest of these sets. Oh my gosh.
Not believing that the turn's going to be stealed. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just got to, you know, I mentioned that before against Yule. Like, sometimes the answer is be right, and there's not a way around it.
For sure, though. Makuna, this momentum right now in their favor is so great. Destin's definitely have to scramble to try to deal with everything after these stance options. The hop, the overhead, or the mid, sorry, the...
The low
We'll be able to
crush
find
with
it.
the
Here, there it
stance
is.
M
Oh,
smashing.
no.
And this is going to be a 1-0 lead in the reset for Makona.
Wow, what an insane work from these two right now. We'll take a second to go right back to the room and just take a moment, take a breather.
Yeah, I
We've had
suspect
so many games in a row.
The Nier's coming out now. Yep, there it is.
Hey babe, can you watch this?
I like this
Thank you.
I like Dustin making this change now while there's 2 games left. Give yourself a game to get acclimated. Don't put all the pressure on you jumping back into the character with 1 game.
Exactly. Like, there's, especially right now with so much going on, I think being able to do this and right now while you still have a little bit of breathing room, obviously like the shoes on the other foot with Makuna able to take this advantage in this set, but take what you can and roll with it right now, and Dustin's gonna try to do that.
Oh, the DP hit. Gonna get the side
Yeah.
switch here.
You're in the corner now. This is where it gets so difficult. Makuna to work their way out. Old flip. Gonna
I'd like
check
to see,
it.
yeah, Destin getting kind of knowledge checked by the 2-1-4U there. That's where I'd like to see Destin just spend guard cancel. Don't even deal with the plus frames. It's really easy to react to.
Especially where traditionally we've seen Destin. Oh, wow. Gonna get clipped here one more time. This spends it for that time. And then there you go. The crossover will catch Makuna one more time. Spending a bunch for the BC so far. But I was saying, yeah, like, I think you're on the definitely on the right idea. Whoa, my God, the 2-1-4U dodges at that time. You're with the right idea, trying to spend for the guard cancel, especially when you're getting put in these opportunities with a 2-1-4U. Like you have so
there
much
as well. The 2-1-4H to holding the 2-1-4.
Nice spot dodge. It was a catch there.
And Destin's shown that before. Makona hasn't gone back to that well too much, but Destin did dodge the earlier Raging Strike that was attempted in Winners Finals as well.
There it is one more time.
Oh, all got turned around. Big 2H starter. Oh, wow, just shy of the wall bounce.
Whoa, yeah. We'll be able to get this cross up here and keep Makuna in the corner listed. Oh, wow.
That, I think, is going to be this game. SBA. Yep. Destin on the board, 1-1. And again, good timing for the pick, right?
Mm-hmm. All right. Now maybe Makuna's going to take a second. I definitely don't expect to see like much of anything like else from Makuna. Like, honestly, I think that game was a little bit of like acclimation toward the Niar. You know, you've played against two of Makuna's characters, now a third. Like, there's so much going on here that you have to deal with. So be able to find the pace of the game here against this Niar is going to be a difficulty, but definitely doable.
Makona with the advantage so far has the corner positioning. Good use of the 2M though.
Nice. Look at the knockdown there, but not too much more after that. Makuna still able to keep Destin in the corner, but the
throw tried to bait
back.
the throw. Did bait the throw, but unfortunately the throw reached.
Oh no. All right, this time the ult slash is not going to catch. They tried to spin for, I think, flip there, but we'll get caught. Whoa. Trying to find a spot. Nice. Using the BC to not deal with any of the near mix there.
Yeah, the guard. Oh, a little bit too close for that. The guard cancel is good there because it also takes out the doll for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make sure to do it during a death move if you're going to guard cancel. Like, hit both of them.
You may as well, yeah. All right, Makuna, down around this time. Destin.
What a call out with the DP.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You tried to push a button in neutral. Here's 40%.
Mm-hmm.
Avoids the 2-1-4U, but yeah, that's a pretty fast recovery move. 5H on recovery. Worked out. Kona didn't get a lot for it, though. Being pushed back towards the corner with the ult. Both of these players, you know, since Winners Finals have definitely been digging a bit deeper in terms of what tools they're trying out. We're seeing ults that we weren't seeing earlier. We're seeing these DPs in the block strings, specifically from Destin, putting in a lot of work right now, calling out that stance M with the parry, punishing for big combos.
Yeah, we'll see what we can see. We'll see what differences Makuna will try to make to be able to adapt. We're going back to the lobby one more time. So there potentially is a character swap coming, but, you know, I don't think that Makuna needs to swap here to be able to take this set. And the tournament.
No,
but
and I don't think it does look like the Vera is coming out though. I don't think Vera does particularly much that that Yule does not in this.
I agree totally. Yeah.
I don't think this is like a downgraded character. Vera's a perfectly strong character.
Sure.
But you know, you are going from your main, who you know very well, to a sub who is a very popular character, and it's highly likely that Destin is going to know the Vera matchup. That said, Makona has this is a new Vera, and that can sometimes work in your favor because if the opponent does know the matchup, they might be expecting some things that you don't do because you're still in the process of figuring out how you want to play that character.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of layers to this, so we'll see how practiced both these players are against each other.
Oh, was still on block stun, so actually didn't get the guard break. You don't see that
no
very
catch
often.
there, but right now still the same spot that you were on before. Makuna definitely trying to find a way to be able to deal with all this right now. Gonna be really awkward, but we'll spend the BC there to try to deal with Destin. Oh no!
Oh, stuffed. Yeah, that's tragic. Old Scarlet Oath, so the meter got spent but didn't get anything for it. That's punishment, but Dustin actually got hit by the follow-up. That would have actually been the round. That one is going to be, though, yeah, straight into super. Keeps the combo fast, and it is graduation point for Dustin right now.
Mm-hmm.
Battle 2. Engage.
Yeah, Dustin being patient, using some dash blocks. I like the 2-2 or 6-6M as an option to try to like open up the dash blocks.
Are holding steady though.
Oh,
no!
Tried to guard cancel, but a little too late. Didn't need the full combo for it though. Plus frames. Yeah, this time the situation worked out. I think what Makona was looking for before, but mistimes the meeting. Gonna get back throwed. Huge positioning change. Dustin in control right now.
Yeah,
Any touch is pretty much the round. She'll build the meter.
There it is.
That's
I think that
if this
should be
combo's
it.
finished, this should be GG's.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Able to get that.
That's going to
problems
do
there.
it. Destin is the winner tonight. Going to be moving on to, other tournaments. No longer going to be able to participate in TMN as a graduate. So
Thank you
congratulations.
so much, Dustin. But you are fired. Thank you for coming. It was a great showing. Get to see the difference between the three characters and how Makuna was able to adapt around that, and at the end seeing the Vera there for changing. But thank you everyone.
Yeah, and that is it's a contest to see who's the best at the game that day. And the game doesn't have to be, being a character loyalist. The game doesn't have to be pick and whack characters. Nier's not DLC. She's available for everyone.
Yeah, for sure. But congrats to everyone for showing up today and showcasing their talents.
Yeah. I like the adjustments by Dustin, particularly, the spots where the DP were that he was not placing in winners finals. I think he scouted some really, really good opportunities to interrupt some block strings, interrupt the stance pressure into big reward. And Makuna, kind of caught on a little bit late to that. And, the damage had been done at that point. So not able to swing the momentum back around, but another good showing from Makuna.
For sure.
Won last 2 weeks ago, second place today. Still going to be on the board for graduation when the next one comes around in a couple weeks.
Yeah, and it looks like with that we are done for today. So yeah, just to round it up, bring it home. Dove, do you want to do that?
Destin said, yeah, I paid for the full battle pass.
Oh yeah,
Bro,
Dustin
why
big
did
whale.
that
Big
booty?
whale.
Big whale. Look at the self-report from Dustin.
Destin, who should we raid first before I close this out? Who do you want us to raid? I can choose if you don't know anyone.
Yeah, just a quick little shout out while you decide to do rate. Yeah, thanks
Yeah.
everyone for showing up. Thanks everyone for participating. It was a great showing to see 54 players tonight, and the great O2 bracket. Shout outs to Search.
Yeah,
for holding
Zurch,
that.
my goat.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone here. I love
Yeah.
that we can have these O2 brackets. I'm gonna raid Ryer. Okay. Ryer's playing Grambly right now. Ryer's my goat. All is good. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for playing. Congrats to Dustin for graduating. Congrats to everyone who competed all of top 8. Thank you to my commentators. Y'all did great today.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad we finally got you on the main bracket, Kalma. You have done
I
like
appreciate being here.
You've done like every Grand Blue commentary you can besides the main bracket for
Like,
us.
I appreciate being here regardless. I love to talk about the game. I love to talk about with everyone. So thank you to Calissa for holding it down. Little low energy there at the end, as we were running out the night. But I appreciate you so much for able to spread your love of the game and talk about it.
Yeah, glad to see the numbers staying consistent in the game.
Yeah.
Everyone's playing the game. We got the first big tournament coming up next week, so everyone hopefully see it at Frosty Fostings.
Yeah, I'll see you at
good luck
Frosty
to
as well.
everyone
Are
in
you going,
brackets.
Kalma?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay, I'll
Wednesday
see
to
y'all
Monday.
there.
I'm hanging out, seeing the city, and then gonna go play a bunch of Grand Blue and a bunch of other games.
Okay, well, good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.